was?
I don't know, on the East Coast.
Island.
Yeah, it's on the East Coast.
Well, I didn't know either, but howdy everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Faab Five Campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM, and joining me around the virtual table today are Alyssa, Jeremy, Koines, and Kyle. Say hi, everyone.
Hi. Yo.
Hi, everybody.
As you heard, we were talking a little bit about Canada, and that's always fun, but we're going to get to some announcements instead. This Wednesday, June 8th, we will be airing another random game night at 7 p.m. Central. Then the following Wednesday, June the 15th, Episode 2 of our mini-series event, Magi Nights, An Echo from the Stars, will be airing at 7 p.m. Central as well. Hopefully that episode, Alyssa will be present and able to have fun with that game. So it is actually a lot of fun. Now, we are also hosting Kyle Thomas from the Faab Five here playing Batman, Arkham City, every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central. Now, you can keep up to date on everything we're doing by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. Okay, that should do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the world of Loroupa and continue on with the adventures of the Faab Five.
No, that's fine. I don't care about who owns them. It's just where a lot of seafood comes from.
Like the mussels.
Yeah, the mussels.
Yeah, there's lots of PIE mussels.
PI mussels, yeah.
And
yeah.
we're back and now talking about seafood, so lots of fun there.
Maritimes, just go a little bit further north.
Yeah, just keep going north. I love seafood. Anyway, when we last left off, the Faab Five had found sanctuary in the Revancia branch of the Erudite Conclave. After discovering that the squad was now wanted criminals in the Hyrulean capital, the team decided to transport to the Morag branch of the Conclave to go pick up their horses and the wagons they had stabled there, while Eloise tried to scry on a tree she could use to transport via plants through. Which she did find eventually, and before long the crew made it to the Port Valena branch of the Erudite Conclave and sat down in the office of Sachinel Borntol, the chief archivist there. Now, the archivist presented the party with the expected contract for entering the Azure Championship in Rowina. They specified, how much they're actually going to be able to pay out, and the added bonus for the Dream Route, which is what they instructed everybody participating in the tournament to request if they win. Now, the next day, the Faab Five were finally introduced to Master Ohm, the Conclave's legendary martial arts master, who invited the crew to join him in a special expedition into the kingdom of Ilmithica to deal with an unknown threat. Now, Blood immediately agreed, surprising nobody due to his infatuation with the country and the elves, and especially those runes in the southern border. Now, the team did agree to meet Ohm in Venuis on the 15th after they finished their business in Rowina. Ohm also spoke with Liam for a little bit once he got off the floor, and they discussed their mutual acquaintance, the Goliath known as Monastery Breaker Groot. And so, Faab Five, with your next few missions pretty well clear, Liam hurried off to bottle up his beer while Veil quite literally compelled a local artist to make him a new spell component for a significant discount. You all discussed your plans for traveling to Rowina, and I believe your group decided to take the Conclave up on their offer to transport your group to the secret observation outpost close to Quarintine, and then wind walking the rest of the way to Rowina. Is that about correct?
Sounds about right.
That's the idea, yeah. Or the plan, at least.
Okay. Well, you've got about a day to prepare for your journey while Veil has that commission made. But before we get to all that, a question comes to each of your minds. And that question is, if somebody, like an NPC or somebody from your backstory, whatever, somebody who your character loves and trusts asks your character to do something against the party's best interest, who would they side with? So I guess the question really boils down to is, in an event where somebody you care about wanted you to do something against your friend's interests, would you go along with it, or would you, side with your friends? And since Apollyon, you're the one who rolled, why don't you go ahead and answer first?
Ooh, tough choice, tough choice. My friends have been with me quite a while now. I doubt that I would betray them for just anybody. But if Biscuit asked, oh, I don't know, that would be such a tough choice. We might have to brawl.
Oh, Biscuit. Hopefully we'll see him once you finally get to Rowina.
You better give us Biscuit. All I'm saying. If you don't, you better give us Biscuit.
Okay, well, Blood from a Stone, why don't you go ahead and answer next?
Well, it's going to be very, depends on who it is. It's really only, if my father or my mother asked something, that's a different story. But I don't know what I would do in that sense. But there's two people. One I think is dead. Wink, wink, don't know. That would be an interesting one. But there's actually someone we're going to be meeting in Rowina. That my mentor. That I'm not. Depends on what he asks. Blood's a very loyal person. Hell, he once he gets to his convictions, he's going to stick to it. We fucking rescued Apollyon. I did that and put myself under the gun of the execution. So it's, I don't know, it's going to be a difficult decision. We'll see what happens.
Well, good answer. I like that. Eloise, how about you?
Well, my dad wouldn't ask me to do anything that would hurt anyone in the group. He seems to like all of you, so I think it'd be okay.
Well, a couple of them did shoot him, so there's that.
It was a good shot. You leave it alone.
He didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, okay, I like it. Oh, you never know. He might just have a really long, slow grudge, just like Grood. I guess we'll find out one day. But, okay, good job, Eloise. Grizzly Adams, Necthros Veil. How about you, bud?
If somebody who I trusted or loved asked me to do something that is not in the group's best interest, but it is in my best interest, I would not hesitate.
Of course he wouldn't. We all know that.
Here lies the problem. Does Veil love or trust anyone?
No, Veil has no love for anyone.
Yeah.
And trust is pretty hand in hand with that as well. So Veil trusts himself and loves
fuck.
his books.
So if he decides, he goes, you know what? Let's fuck these people over. That's a good idea.
No, he just means if we're all downed, he's going to run away.
No, if you're all down, he's just going to resurrect you.
Yeah, you guys will always be with me.
Oh my god.
That's just how I want this campaign to end, with
Well,
Veil walking
our
away.
bodies will be
everyone
with him.
Yeah,
You guys all carrying me.
yeah. They're all carrying you.
Oh,
I
God.
would, if that's how the game ended, I would straight up commission art for that. I'm not even joking. It would make me happy.
Oh man.
I'm horrible.
Turn into-
I know. I'm just joking
turn it-
around.
Turn into Veil in the Fab Four.
Yeah. Well, Liam, you're last. What would you do?
Well, in the past, I probably would have been pretty quick to betray any one of them. But I've grown to like most of these people pretty well. I think I could hurt Veil if I needed to, though.
Yeah. Probably. Okay, I like it, guys. I like it. Guys, and Eloise, I should say. Anyway. Okay, as I said, you've got a little time to prepare for your trip to Rowina, and the day is yours. It's a little after lunchtime by this point, and the Port of Valena is open to you. The sky's a little overcast, might be a little chill, and I don't know, maybe rain some point today, but for now it's clear. So, what would you like to do to prepare for your upcoming journey, if there is anything you want to do to prepare?
While we're waiting for Liam to bottle his beer and Veil to get his statue commission, can I go to Millie's and try to prepare some healing potions and show her my potion cookbook?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a little while since you've been to Millie's. For those of watching who doesn't know who Millie is a potion maker here in the city of Port Valena, who Eloise kind of got to know and learned a little potion making from. Her shop was broken into, and a lot of the contents strewn about, but not a whole lot stolen. Just a few things stolen. And Eloise and Millie kind of bonded when Eloise helped her clean up. So, Eloise, you leave the conclave, start making your way in that direction. Now, I'm going to actually pull up my notes on that, because I do have notes on it. Where is Millie?
My only notes say that Millie has red hair and she owns an apothecary in Port Valena. That's what I've got on Millie.
Well, that's pretty much what I have as well. Now, no, that's not true. Millie's apothecary is a small one-story stone building in the merchant district of Port Valena. Just a small little shop. Has a pretty big garden around it, a nice little walled garden, and it's kind of overgrown, like an apothecary's should be. You make your way inside, Millie, and as you open the door, there's a little jingle, and you see the red-headed, middle-aged woman who you got to know a little bit the last time you were in Port Valena. She is in one of her books at the moment when you first walk in, and she says, "Oh, I'll be right with you." But then she looks up. "Oh, Eloise, is that you?"
Hey, Millie.
"Oh, it's good to see you, Eloise. It's been so long. Where have you been?"
Well, we went to this city with dwarves, and then we found this Goliath, and we fought him in the Underdark. Did you know that the mushrooms down there do some crazy things to people? And then we went back to this other city that Liam knew, and we brought the thing that the Goliath stole back there. And I think we stayed in the city because there's a bunch of wraiths and stuff. And then we went back to the dwarf city to get our horses back, and then we came here. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Did I miss something?
Oh, you missed a lot, but do you really know that? Probably not. Millie is very surprised by all this. Oh, it sounds like you've done so many things. That's incredible. Come in, tell me more about it. And so, while you're doing whatever it is you're actually wanting to do with Millie, you can spend the day kind of sitting there and talking to her about it.
Oh, and I tell her how Mitchell has been abducted and tortured, and he might be under a spell that controls his mind.
Oh my
but
goodness!
Don't worry, I have a plan. I'm going to fix it.
Oh my goodness! You're talking about Mitchell from Mitchell's shop here. I saw the building burn down when that happened. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mitchell's Marvelous Mercantile. Now, I've never been able to shop there myself. Far too expensive, but yeah, it was the most intense flame I've ever seen. It was like all sorts of different colors, and
it made the little bag that he gave me just like explode in the flame.
Oh my goodness!
I was in the Underdark.
You're in the Underdark, and it still managed to explode. That must have been a powerfully enchanted object.
Yeah.
So what are you wanted to make some health potions?
I had to make some health potions and grind one of my 100 gold, 100 GP diamonds.
Okay, you can definitely do that, and Millie's your friend, and so honestly, I'm not even going to make you roll a persuasion check or anything. She's gonna let you use her facilities as you tell her about your insane adventures throughout the last month or so you've been gone.
I'll help her with like any potions that she's working on and stuff like that. That way, I'm not just taking over her space. I'm also hopefully helping.
Oh yeah, she's got things working. She usually does. She probably has a kettle of potions in the back that you can help her dish out into the different vials and whatnot. So go ahead and just give me a check with your herbalism kit, because that's really the best way to determine this.
Okay.
Now, I seem to remember over time I've given you different abilities with making potions and things like that.
A lesser healing potion, what I have in my notes is that a lesser healing, the DC is 13 to make 2 in a day, and then the moderate healing is a DC 15 to make 1 in a day.
Okay. So what are you wanting to make throughout today? She has one kettle going right now. She has 2 more that are open.
Yeah.
So it's really up to you what you want to make for this day. Any potion that you can make in a day, you can make right now.
Okay. I'm gonna make. I already have a featherfall and a spider climb. If she's got 2 kettles, then I'll use 1 to make 1 moderate healing and 1 to make the 2 lesser.
Okay.
And then I'll show her the cookbook, the potion cookbook that I found.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like this big giant one. I have to like grab it out of my bag of colding, and I just like thump it onto the counter. I'm like, and I found this! Isn't it so cool?
And if it's been in the bag of colding this time, it's probably covered in frost, just a little bit. And so as you pick it up, you're dusting ice crystals off, which doesn't bother you at all because
Nope.
But Millie, it's kind of surprising it and off-putting at first. But as you begin to show her
it's not the book; it's the bag. Don't worry about it.
Like, okay. Okay, and she does the thing where she looks at it because she's interested in what's written down there, but she doesn't touch it because it's just a little weird. Unfortunately, Millie does not speak the language that it's written in.
What is it, Sylvan? I think
Yeah,
it's
I believe
Sylvan.
so.
Yeah.
So you can
It's in Sylvan.
show her your notes that you've made and the recipes that you've taken down and show her that and
I show her the 6 that I've translated. And if she wants, she can make copies.
Yeah, actually, what I was going to say is she offers to let you use the ingredients that she has here in the shop to make your potions if you let her copy down the recipes you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a good trade for Millie because what potions have you deciphered so far?
Rejuvenation, which in my note says can restore old wounds. I have knowledge, which increases the intelligence by 1d4 for 1 hour. Bless weapon, which makes any weapon a +1 for 10 minutes. Utter understanding, which is advantage on insight for 10 minutes. Tracelessness, which is advantage on stealth for 10 minutes, and Goblin Climb, which is advantage on athletics for 1 hour.
Okay. Well, she's now going to have these potions available in her shop the next time you come through because you've taught her how to do that, which is helping build her business and well worth the cost of making a moderate and 2 lesser healing potions.
Awesome.
So at the end of your day, you can go ahead and write down that you have a moderate and 2 lesser. Moderate, I'll remind you, does 3d4 plus 3, and a lesser does 2d4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you got three new potions for hanging out with Millie and getting to become closer friends. Now, if this was also the Magic Night game we play on Wednesdays, then I probably would award you a social point with Millie. But we don't do social points in this game. But you can just keep in mind that you're becoming a much better friend of Millie the human, the apothecary in Port Valena.
Awesome.
Has anybody got anything else that they're wanting to do?
I think we should get some provisions as far as food and water.
Now, judging based on the trip that you're going on, you've got once you transport to the hidden location the Conclave told you about, you got about a 3-day journey traveling via Windwalk to get there. But this is also allowing you to bypass the cities that are in that area. So you're just basically going a straight shot across the sand in windwalking form from that location to Rowina. So you need 3 days worth of provisions to dealing with the desert, which the desert sucks. Wearing heavy armor, not a good thing in the desert. You get overheated really fast. Traveling during the day kind of sucks. You definitely want to stay in the cooler temperatures of the evening. As far as that, water is always a problem. Food is always a problem. And you're hoofing it. You're going to be traveling via Windwalk, so you're not going to have your horses. But what kind of provisions are you wanting to acquire for this journey?
So, Vale has read a lot about the desert, but he doesn't have firsthand experience. So he's going to ask Blood what he suggests.
Well, being from the desert, I'm sure Blood would know all too well on what he will need. Like maybe, I guess, certain types of foods that are going to be better for eating in that kind of a climate. Probably things that are going to be less sodium and things like that are going to dry you out.
Yes, very much
probably
so.
as much fruit, as much fresh fruit and vegetables as you can have in that kind of a climate would probably be good.
Stockpile of water as well.
Yes.
Now, I will remind you that you do have something that might help with that.
We do have a jug, yeah.
Yes. So that can help, I guess, I think it's 2 gallons every day.
That I don't know.
My trident can also create water.
Oh, nice.
No, when you say it can create water, buddy, is it like it can create like a spout of water, or you make like a pool of water? What exactly can it do?
I can cast the spell create or destroy water.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container.
Well, I mean, we could probably have more than extra water skins or canteens or whatever it is. The equivalent in our world we're going to have.
Yeah, there
Would
are
you be
water
able to?
skins, or
Would they?
go ahead.
Could you fill all of them with that 10 gallons of water, or does it have to be one container?
I think each. I think each one can only hold a gallon or two.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like,
but,
Yeah, it says up to 10 gallons.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, Joe. You're kind of went pixelated. But
I think he's just saying if we set all the containers out, can this spell fill all of them at once?
Instead of, because it said, he's wondering if it fills one container or if it could fill, all the containers.
Well, while it says within an open container, which to me implies one, like if you just bring a bucket with you and you could just pour it into there and just keep filling and pouring, and it would work the same way. So I'm not going to be too pedantic about it. As long as you have containers to carry your 10 gallons of water, you can keep a fresh supply.
Okay. We could also just have something that's like a tarp that all of us could hold the sides of, put 10 gallons of water in it, and then scoop it out with the canteens or whatever. That would be actually pretty simple.
Yeah, you could just get in one of those like waxed tarps.
Yeah, like waxed canvas.
Like yeah, exactly. Like you can get that for.
I think that would be something that's a lot lighter to carry than like a bucket.
This is true too.
Or a barrel or something.
You do have a bag of holding.
And then when Apollyon gets mad at us, he can use destroy water and remove all the water from our canteens.
That's true too.
From our bodies.
Yeah.
I wish you could.
I can. Lotto kind of tap his bag. He goes, I can hold quite a few extra water skins, people. We'll be okay.
Yeah, so just go ahead and tally up how many water skins you want. The waxed canvas that we're talking about will probably cost 2 silver. Let's say, why not?
Okay, I'll pay for that.
You want to say at least maybe 3 skins per person?
Yeah, 3 per person sounds good.
Would he know? What would he know? Like trying to travel at night, or even during the day. He's probably going to know the appropriate amount of water you're going to need, just because, like I said,
we all already have 1 water skin. I think if we with create water plus the jug and 4 water skins each, we're fine.
Yeah. So, Blood, just real quick, give me a survival check. Since you are from this region, you had some questions that I might have an answer for.
Since it is his favored terrain, would he be able to get advantage on such a check?
What does favored terrain allow you to do?
It's a ranger thing. You get like advantage on. Well, let me pop it up. Where's
just tell me what the ability does. Chances are yes, it does.
Well, I mean, I guess it's called natural explorer now. But like when traveling within your favorite terrain, you get the following benefits. Difficult terrain is no longer a thing for you. You can't get lost except by magical means. When you're engaged in other activities such as traveling or foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. You travel alone. You can move stealthy. When you forage, you would get twice as much. When tracking creatures, you also learn the exact number, their size, and how long they pass through the area. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's...
Yeah, so I'm going to say that yes, this is the terrain you're most familiar with, because that's where you're from. Yeah. You should definitely have advantage on this.
Okay. That's 23.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. You, like I said, you grew up in the deserts. You know the ways of it. And like the Fremen of Dune, you know that while traveling at night is definitely cooler and less taxing on the body, especially because the sun isn't out. At the same time, that's when predators tend to lurk. And anything that's a hunter in the desert is out at night looking for food. So while there are benefits to traveling at night, there are also disadvantages to traveling at night. But you're also not dehydrating yourself. And I can't deny the fact that you are the edgelord rogue. You are the man in complete black, and a black cat dressed in black, wearing black leather in the sun.
With his glamour, he doesn't have to be black anymore. He can be stylish now.
Well, you are
It's
just
still
physically
leather.
black. You are a black cat
Yeah, I
wearing
know.
leather. I mean, the
yeah.
honest state is
Leather caddy.
you are going to dehydrate fast without water in the sun. That's just the way it is. Now, once you're closer to Rowina and you're around the oasis, things are a little better for you, and it's not as big of an issue. But traveling for 8 to 10 hours a day in the direct sun sucks, especially for you.
Oh yeah.
But also, Eloise has frostbite as a cantrip, so I can just frostbite your cloak, and your cloak will be nice and cold, and you can wrap it around you to give you a little bit of relief, or other stuff like that. Maybe
there are workarounds. No matter what, there are workarounds. It's just how you travel is what you're dealing with. If you're traveling during the day, you're dealing with exposure and the creatures that run around during the day. If you're out at night, you're dealing with the cold and creatures that are out at night. I mean, there's benefits and disadvantages to both types of travel. But no matter what, you do know that the deserts are a dangerous freaking place. Caravans are lost constantly to young blue dragons and blue wormlings that are running around the desert. They're burrowers who love the sand, and it's well known that blue dragons spawn somewhere in the Jotun Wastes. So,
a lot of wyverns too.
A lot of wyverns. Lot of burrowing creatures, lot of monsters. It's not a pleasant place to travel, and it's very much survival of the fittest out in the Jotun Wastes.
Like Australia.
Yeah, kind of.
Or Detroit.
This
is also true.
Oh my god! Wow. So yeah, he'll kind of just be giving everybody a basic, talk about surviving in the desert and shit like that, and make sure they get the right provisions.
What time of day is it right now?
Well, if you've left the artisan, it's mid-ish afternoon.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I know Ohm had just mentioned about he said he told his person to go find info on Mesro. So I'm not going to ask you about that because I don't know if you would have it anyway right yet. But he'll just reiterate to that. He goes, when we meet up later, it's like any information you have on that, I would most definitely want.
Ohm is not in.
Whoever the helper, their archivist. Yes, he's gonna.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna say he goes. Ohm had mentioned Mesro. If anything you can find on it, I will take whatever you can find. We don't need it now. When we meet up at home later, because we're going to be joining him in El Mythica. I hope, if we survive.
You can't find her. Her name is Gracie. She is a blonde bombshell human.
As you're saying, he looks like George Burns. That's right.
George and Gracie. That's exactly who they are. But you can find her, and she does tell you that. I mean, you talked with Owen this morning, so she's currently looking for things. She hasn't found anything yet, but she's tracing down some leads in the library.
Yeah, so and he's just said that's fantastic. Like I said, when we're back from the tournament, any information you have for me at that time, that would be, trust me, that you would be making my life. It would be fantastic.
She tells you, I'll see what I can find, but I'm not going to lie, there's not a lot about El Mythica itself. I don't have high hopes of finding anything about this place, but you never know. That's why I'm looking.
I don't either, and that's why I'm saying if you find something, I will love you. That's all I'm saying. Just let you know that.
She gives you a very big wink, that sparkly blue-eyed wink that Gracie is well known for, and if any information they do turn up, they'll let you know once you meet up, if you get to that point.
Other than that, he's going to sit down for the rest of the evening before they do their long rest, and he's just going to be practicing with that Forger's kit, he's going to be trying to practice Sigmund's handwriting. The signature of Ivik Abar, the person who writes her letters. So he's going to try and, that letter, the ghostwriter, I guess she has, and her signature. And then I guess if he'll look at Grovajar's too, but it's going to be really those three are the one he's going to focus on for a while.
So I will let you know most of the documents you have that has Abir's signature is each handwriting is different.
Yeah.
But
ooh.
So, each one is different. So there's
Well,
quite a few different ones. I'm going to let you, if you're spending your day doing this, I'm going to let you make 3 Forger's Tools checks to learn Abir's handwriting, to start learning Sigmund's handwriting, and to choose one random person. We're just going to
maybe the most prominent one, the one he could probably tell maybe if he's got the most information on, that would be the one he'd probably go with.
You know what? We'll say that maybe 2 or 3 of the documents has similar handwriting, so we'll call them that. Sure. So there's your 3 Forger's checks.
Oh shit! It's I got to turn advantage off, but that first one's not good. Shit. Ooh shit! I'll make that one Sigmund, and that one's gonna be Ibar. So that first one.
He said Abir's the first one.
Yeah, first one hurt. Well, you know what? That's all right because all he has is her signature, and that's to be expected that he wouldn't know her shit just yet.
Her signature is calligraphy, beautiful, difficult to duplicate, man.
Yeah, it is.
And it's probably got fucking smiley faces for the eyes, and all kinds of weird shit.
It's definitely bizarre, and she signs her name slightly different each time, and it's confusing as fuck. And with that 10, you definitely did not make it. But Sigmund, he writes like an elementary schooler, so it's easy to figure out his handwriting. And with your 25 for that last one, you're able to pretty well get the idea of whoever it is that seems to be writing a good amount of her missives.
Yeah, so he'll just, for the future, keep practicing with hers. But, those 2, he feels like he's got down pretty good. And I guess that'll make, because I got in my notes, I had 2 successes with the Forger's Kit before. So I guess, would that be 4 total now? I guess I have.
What was the 2 successes
It was I was just trying to learn some of Grovajar, and I can't remember who else. It was some basic shit. But I think you said I had to get 3 before, because it was just like with Veil learning Orc. You had to get so many successes. I don't remember how many it was, though. I want to say 3 or 5. I don't remember.
You know what? I'm going to say, you probably have Grovagar's handwriting pretty well nailed by this point.
Yeah, because I'm sure that's something he's just been doodling at night, trying to figure out. It's like, all right, this is what he does, Yeah. And he's got a couple of people that speak Draconic that are helping him with the vernacular, so.
So there you go.
Gotcha. Good.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you're actually going to do with all this shit.
I know. I'm trying to figure out exactly how we're going to use it. He's, and I guess if when Eloise gets home, he's going to ask her to scry on Sigmund and see what he's doing to see. But that'll be later. We can do it when she gets back.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so that's Blood Eloise. Veil's still in the city dealing with his, the dildo of himself that he bought. Apollyon, Liam, are you 2 doing anything during the day? Oh, no, Liam, you're bottling your beer. That's what you're doing. Apollyon.
I'm just training. I'm running. I'm doing all my exercises and stretches, getting ready and getting lean.
Sure, absolutely. Well, there is...
Practicing with my weapons.
There is in the basement a training area that, as a Conclave member, you could just go down and spar with people if you want to.
Oh, awesome! Yep, that's what I do. I'm really practicing with my trident. And when I get back and I'm all tired and sweaty, I'll rub some oil on myself, and I'll really concentrate and meditate even more with that trident. Make it one with me.
Okay. I dig it. So, go ahead, give me... Let's see. This is what we're going to do. We're going to call this a group skill challenge, but you're the only one in the group. So, I want you to make an athletics check an intimidation check, a performance check, and then an arcana check in that order. And we're going to see how good of a day you had.
What was the third one?
The third one was, God damn it, what was the third one? Performance.
Oh, performance. Okay. All right. A 22, a 21, a 23, and a 9.
Wow.
You know
Good
what? I'm
number.
going to use a lucky point on the last one.
Do it. Go for it.
Come on, baby. I want this so bad. Yeah, oh, it's better.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's better.
13.
Okay, so here's what happens. While the rest of the group are out there going around Port Valena, seeing about their various things, Blood's in the library and then hanging out in the conclave working on his forging, Apollyon walks down to the lower level training ground. And he finds, I've described this once before, a big wide open training pit, a few side areas for smaller sparring matches, big bar down there where people can just sit around and drink and chill and watch people fight. This area is actually used for a few different purposes, not only sparring and training, but also like exposition matches and things like that sometimes. But you can find a few monks who are looking to spar, wanting to hone their skills, and 22 athletics. Dear God, Apollyon, you are just this this perfect specimen of manhood. Your muscles glistening, your trident sweeping around and stabbing. You are just dominating these individuals. More and more start coming up and beginning to challenge you throughout the day. And just your amazing, intimidating presence and the just impressive performance that you are putting off. You're just showing these jabronis the floor every single time. It's an impressive display, and you and your trident seem to be one, and seem to be really in sync with one another. You know just when to cast a spell. You know exactly when to parry with that trident and smack the weapon away from them. And as more people spar with you and train with you, it's just like you're dominating these lesser monks.
That's right.
Now, eventually, you go.
Golden Boy's on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else you want to add about your fight with the monks down there?
No. I'm going to save the finishing moves for the real tournament.
Fair enough. Well, once eventually, what you get tired of just showing these jabronis up, and you go find the masseuse, get yourself a good rub down, oiled up, and you go to meditate. And you sit down with that trident and really start to understand the nature of the weapon. Let's see, where did I put that? Okay. Now, the trident itself is not alive. It's not. It doesn't have like
Sentient.
intelligent. It's sentient consciousness, but it is on some small part of it a living thing, and fighting with it and working with it, you definitely seem to be more in sync than you had been throughout the last adventures. It's already in its awakened state, which means that it has electricity with it. You're able to use some magic. And you really start to understand that, creating and destroying water isn't just something that you can use to, let your friends get a drink while you're traveling, but there's ways you can actually use it in combat too if you think about it and be strategic about it. Whether or not that imparts any information to you, that's really up to you, the player. But at the end of your day, when you're all finishing up and you have finished meditating, with a 22, a 21, a 23, and a 13, which is an amazing spread, I'm going to say that you have an additional +1 charge to your weapon.
Awesome. Just a charge for casting spells, not an attack bonus, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
not an attack. It's just
Cool.
an additional charge. Now, you do know that as you're finishing up, that the weapon itself is not in its fully realized form yet. There is still more to this weapon than meets the eye, and you haven't fully mastered it yet, but you're on the right track.
Okay, good.
We got Rhapsody Geeks rating with a party of 8. Welcome, everybody. We're just concluding a little downtime before we head out to our next adventure. So with that, your group has all basically completed the day. Now, Liam, Veil, Eloise, the three of you are actually out in Valena. Going about your business, doing your thing. Liam, you've finished bottling up your beer. You have to take basically a freaking wheelbarrow with you back.
Well,
to the
it's the cart that I took to get the barrels there. I would assume I can get it back with.
Sure, absolutely.
But and getting my hair did.
Yep, and you got your hair did, and it's in braided dreads, and you're looking all pretty. Veil, the guy gives you the item you needed by the end of the day, compelled by the geese you cast upon him. Hello, Rhapsody Geeks. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy. And you can tell he does not like you at all, and basically thrust this thing at you. It's not his best work, but it is technically within the requirements of the spell. It is worth 1,500 gold pieces, though you only had to pay 1,100 because you compelled him to do it or die.
Yeah, I produce Mage Hand and take it from him. Don't bother saying thank you. Just look it up and down, kind of give a little scoff, and then turn on my heels and continue out the door.
Indeed you do. And Eloise, by the end of the day, you have bottled the potions you made with your friend Millie, and you too are making your way back to the Conclave. Now, I would like all three of you, as you're making your way back to the Conclave, to make perception checks, please.
Oh, shit.
19?
Normal perception.
23.
Nice.
26.
Wow.
I suck.
We perceive it all.
Well, let's see here. Yeah, so Veil, Eloise, the two of you are making your way back to the Conclave. And at first, you catch this in the corner of your eye. Perhaps you are turning down one street. Perhaps you had paused to look at something in a stall or whatever. But for whatever reason, something caught your attention in the corner of your eye, and that it was an individual, very nondescript. Like, imagine, the anime Anon. They're basically as indescript of an individual as you can see. Very basic clothing, very
Gray man.
very ignorable features. Yes, like a gray man, exactly. Just not quite there. But you did catch it out of the corner of your eye, the two of you, that they were there. And at first, it didn't seem out of the ordinary because there's people everywhere. There's humans everywhere throughout Valena, and they're not that uncommon. But the closer you get to the Conclave, and from where you are, you do have some time before you have to walk there, or as you're walking there before you reach, and you catch them. Is that the same person? You're not sure, and so you keep walking, but You turn again, and you're fairly certain that this person is following you.
I'm gonna squeeze the sending stone that I have. That I think Blood has the other one to activate it, and I'm just gonna go. Who are you? Why are you following me?
So, like, you're just walking down the street, and you just suddenly turn and yell this at them.
Yeah.
Okay. They just kind of jump a little bit at somebody just turning and yelling, and they just give you a bit of an odd look, as though like, what the hell are you talking about? And they turn and start walking away. Now, give me 1 second here.
Just think what Blood hears, so it'd be like, God? You? Maybe like, Miss Eloise, if you're in trouble, run to the nearest god.
So, they rolled a 27 deception check for you, Eloise. Just like,
Okay.
oh, no, I'm not following you, and then just they walk the opposite way.
Can we make out any?
Now, what
You said it's like gray man.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. What I was getting ready to say, go ahead and roll an insight check, Eloise.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, chances are you're wrong, that maybe they weren't following you. Maybe they just happened to be walking in the same direction. Veil, you saw the same thing that I described for Eloise. You two are in different parts of the city, but the scenario here is pretty much the same. So you've seen somebody over the corner of your shoulder. The next time you turned, they were there in the background. It's almost as though you're being followed. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go right up and confront them. I'm gonna walk right up to said person if I can get close enough.
Well, if you just like turn and start walking towards them, they will very hastily turn down the nearest alleyway as though they were just nonchalantly walking, and then they just turn and keep going as though they're trying to go about their business.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch right up to them.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Insight. Gosh, that's a 6. I'm going to use a lucky point to re-roll that.
Go ahead.
22.
Yeah, he was obviously trying to make it look like he was just making a turn, but you feel as though, no, I'm pretty sure that guy was following me. So he is right now hurrying down an alley. Just turned basically to the left and started walking. So you said you're going to hurry to try to catch up?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash. If he's, clearly he turned to make it look inconspicuous that he's getting away, and I'm going to dash to catch up to him.
Okay. So yeah, he doesn't make it that far down the alleyway. You can get to the alleyway. He's like maybe 15 feet ahead of you. You could easily just run up and grab his shoulder if you wanted to. But he's like just power walking in that direction.
Yeah, sure. I'll go grab his shoulder with my mage hand.
Okay, so so here's my question: are you staying at the edge of the alleyway and using mage hand at a distance to grab him, or are you like coming right up in front of?
No, I'm going to close the distance.
Okay, so you're closing the distance to get right up 5 feet on him, and then using mage hand to grab his shoulder.
Yep, turn him around.
Okay,
confront him.
Yeah, you do as you're running up. You cast the mage hand. He just pulls on his cloak. He looks back and he sees this dark elf just come running up at him. And this human, their eyes just kind of go wide, like, "What?" And he's like, "What do you want?"
I've noticed you are following me, and I'd like to know why. Who are you?
I'm not following you. And he just like kind of spits a little bit and turns to walk away.
Yeah, I'm not going to let him walk away.
What do you do to stop him?
I'm going to grab him with, continue to hold the mage hand. I think it only holds about
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not enough to actually turn him or pull him. This is a human being, so it's not like it can't stop him if he's going to.
Yeah, Mage Hand does 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
don't have telekinesis.
What was that?
Well, there's an ability, telekinesis, that allows the Mage Hand to do more than that, but you don't have that feat.
Yeah. No, I don't have that.
So, so the Mage Hand cannot stop him. He's just purposely walking ahead, as though I'm not following you. What? You're an idiot, and he's just walking off. So, if you're trying to stop him, how are you trying to stop him?
Yeah. I just want to read the description of this real quick. Creature that you see within range. Was he considered a creature?
No, he is not considered a creature. Well,
Okay, creatures
hold
are
on.
like
It depends. Let me see what spell you're trying to cast here.
hold monster.
No, it would not work on him.
You got to
Okay.
use hold person.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have hold person. Okay. Then I'm just going to physically grab him.
Okay, so
with,
this is going to be a grapple check to try to hold on to this person. So
Yep.
I'm going to need an athletics from you and athletics from him.
All right. Here's my -1 athletics for a 1.
Wow, yeah, he rolled a 20. So you try to grab onto this man's shirt, and he just like pulls with his shoulder, and you basically just pitch forward and almost face plant on the ground. You catch yourself, but he's now 30 feet away. Walking is like, leave me alone! What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. I'm going to say, stop. You know what? I'm going to do it. Geese.
What the?
And I'm going to compel him to come near me, and we're going to talk this out and see what the deal is. That's my last spell of 5th level.
Why did I let him take geese? I don't even know. Okay, so let's see here. You place a magical command on a creature that you can see within range. He is within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrain from an action or course of activity as you decide.
He's got to save.
So I know, but what magical command are you trying to place?
I'm going to say, come here and talk to me.
Okay.
DC 17.
Yeah, he rolled an 8.
All right.
So, you compel him to come and talk to you, and he turns immediately. The moment the spell takes effect, he just turns about faces, walks over to you, and begins telling you about his day.
And then I quickly, I say, cut to the meat and potatoes. I don't have time for this. Why are you following us? Or why are you following me, I should say?
Well, because of the nature of the spell, you are forcing them to continue to talk to you. It does not compel them to tell you what you want them to, based on the wording you gave. And you told him to talk, and he's just going to keep talking. I saw you walking out of the conclave, and I just thought I should make sure you're going where you're going, and so I started following you, and I followed you to this point, and then you started talking to this guy, and I saw you and like he just goes off on this long fucking
BS all day, dude.
He's going to continue to BS and tell you literally everything he can think of. He's filibustering. That's exactly what he's doing.
Okay. While the creature's turning, magic.
Oh shit! Now, if you walk away, he's gonna follow you, and because you also said "come here."
Yeah, perfect. I'm going to continue the conclave with him in tow.
So you start walking away from him?
Yeah.
Well, you said come here and talk to me. And so he walks. He did walk over to you, and then he's starting to talk, and he's continuing to talk. As you walk away, he's not going to move from where he is.
He's not following?
He is not following. You did not tell him.
Yeah, he didn't say follow. Damn it.
Okay. So he's just continuing to talk to me then?
He's just continuing to talk to you, and as you walk away, like his voice is raising, so to make sure that you can hear him.
Okay.
Now, this is what I want from you, because here's the thing I'm going to tell you. Like,
yeah,
he is going to 100% fulfill the actual literal statement of the spell. However, this is an individual who is a little cagey. So what I want you to do is make an insight check for me.
That's a 6. Do I want?
At the end of the day, use it.
I'm gonna burn another lucky point. 12.
12. Okay. So what you can get from the 12 is this is an individual who you're looking at him as, like, I imagine you walked about 20 feet or so to the edge of the of the alley right there, and then stopped and turned, and he wasn't moving, but he was definitely yelling, and like you took a few steps back, and his voice raises a little louder so you can hear. Yep. And he will you get the idea that, number one, he's probably going to stay right where he is and keep shouting and shout until his lungs ache, until he no longer can, and until he's going to have to make a choice. Either scream himself hoarse until he can't anymore and then die, or just die. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in a minute. But
or you end the spell.
You end the spell. But you get the sense that this is a person who is so utterly devoted to whatever it is that they're devoted to, that they will literally die for that cause. Like your eyes are locked onto theirs, and you get that little glint there of a conniving mind that knows that they're getting to the point where it's make it or break it. And you have one moment right now to decide: do you let the spell continue? Do you let it go? Because if you keep holding on it, chances are this man's probably going to die.
Is there any way... Yeah, I already did that insight check, and that's what you told me. I was going to say, are there any markings or anything beside... I know he's Gray Man. Anything that would be an indication if this guy is friend or foe?
Do you want to search this man and like look him up and down and like go through his pockets and things?
Yeah, I could have a mage hand do him a pat, go through his pockets while I give him an optical pat down.
So here's the thing about
ocular pat down to assess the threat level.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't feel what the mage hand feels. I'm just going to be clear about this. You can send the mage hand and visibly watch it like move things around a little bit, but if you're not willing to touch him, there's going to be things that you're not going to find just for this simple limitation.
I'll pat him down with my hands. But I'm going to wash them later. Immediately after.
That's totally fine. You can walk back up to him, and as you do, his voice kind of drops a little bit, so you can hear him, and he's discussing basically what he had for lunch today, which does sound kind of good because you skipped lunch and you're kind of hungry. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh. I'm going to blow through my last lucky point.
You still have one?
That's it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you soil your hands touching this man, and you search him up and down as he's telling you about how the beef stroganoff was incredible. But you do not find a single thing on this man's person.
Okay.
You'll have to talk to Apollyon. He's much better at pat downs and ocular assessments.
That is because I am totally and 100% badass.
But here's what I'm going to say. Go ahead, Jeremy. real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I have something to say when you're finished doing your investigation, but if you have anything you want to do before...
Yeah, I'm done with my investigation.
Okay, so the moment you finish your investigation and you step back, clearly frustrated, you just see another glint in that man's eye and a smile on his face, and he says one last thing to you. The dreamer take you. And then he stops talking. And
Okay.
roll your 5d10 damage.
5d10 damage. What I was going to say, hold on, I'm just going to do this 5 times. It's 5d10, right?
5d10.
1.
Yeah, that's
18 plus 4,
28.
22 plus 3, yeah.
28 points of damage. You have more than enough to take this guy out. You literally just watch like his mind shake, and then blood start trickling down from his tear ducts and his ears, and he just crumples.
Okay. What I was going to say anyway was, regardless if this guy was friend or foe, Veil was going to walk away and let him die anyway.
Oh, I figured as much. Much.
So I'm going to cast Animate Dead on him. Oh, I can't. Never mind.
Probably a good thing. Anyway, what are you going to do from here, Veil? Heading back to the conclave?
I'm going to... Is there any way I could search his pockets or anything now?
Yeah, go ahead. I will allow you one more investigation check with advantage if you're willing to spend about 20 minutes sitting there doing a thorough check. While that's happening, Anesthetic is in chat throwing us bits. Love you, Anesthetic. Eloise, did you do anything else, or did you just head back to the conclave?
She made potions.
Well, no, I mean...
No,
After seeing the guy.
Oh.
I went back to the conclave because he didn't... Maybe I was wrong.
She failed her check, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that is what you did.
Yep.
Okay. Then, with that 12, like, there's nothing on his body. He doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have money. He literally, all of his pockets are empty and there's nothing on them.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with the 12, that's really it. Eventually, you all make your way back to the conclave and meet up with your party again to gather together and exchange notes.
Yeah, it was really weird. I could have swore that he was following me, but I don't know. I think I was wrong because he seemed kind of surprised when I asked him.
Is that why all of a sudden out of nowhere I heard you through the sending stone?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'd say go to a god. I hope that there's no trouble or anything, right? Because you were alone. Perhaps we shouldn't be going alone anymore, guys. You know, we do have the dream. They know we love this fucking city. Since we're here quite often, we probably shouldn't go alone anywhere anymore.
I've only been here 3 times.
Yeah, and they've tried. Do you remember the cafe trick? And then also they burned down Mitchell's shop here just because we've been there before. And yeah, maybe we did put those flyers up everywhere, telling them exactly where we've been. Like I said, let's travel in pairs at least while we're in the city from now on.
I'm a little insulted you haven't mentioned my hair.
I mean, you humans all look the same to me. I apologize.
It's very colorful. I like it.
Right, that's kind of the idea, is that all humans look alike to other races, and so that hair color might be the only differentiating factor, which is what was on the flyer, is that human purple hair. So, no more purple hair.
Maybe for other people, but I mean, for me in particular, you are an exception to the rule, but I really just don't like humans. They've kind of done a lot of shit to me and my people when I was growing up. And hobgoblins too. We haven't come across many of them. But I don't like hobgoblins either. And of course, I hate elves.
Yeah,
Except for Fail.
he keeps talking. I scritch his ear, and then I go to bed.
Oh, you know what? He's gonna look upset at first, and then he's gonna be crestfallen because you didn't do it more. But he'll grab Eloise and do you remember Sigmund? You know the gentleman that you charmed him and everything like that. Could you do your
The one at the ball?
Yeah, yes. Could you do your little spying thing on him? I just want to see if he is in that wagon train or whatever that thing is with Eyeball. I want to know if he's going
Oh, if he's with Mitchell.
to Rowina. I want to see if he's with them because I've got some plan. I mean, and I'll start showing her that I've just it's like, can you tell which one of these was written by him? And he'll give her like a letter by him and a letter by me. It's like, can you see what's different between these? And since he's kind of really gotten her handwriting down, it's like, yes, I've got some ideas about how I'm going to use Sigmund.
Go ahead,
I just want to
Eloise.
see if he's going to be there.
Eloise, either give me an investigation or an insight check. Or perception, I guess, would work too.
Or perception? Okay. Oh no. Need to undo it. No, wait. I want to roll perception.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Oh!
That's better, though.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference.
No. I don't know.
Well,
Dang.
well, this one's me, and this one was him.
Really?
I've got some.
But they look the same. How did you?
I'm very sneaky. Plus, I mean, I'm pretty good with my hands, and so I can probably figure out your handwriting fairly quick too. It's just something I've been doing ever since I was a kid. I've been trying to. All right. I mean, I used to steal a lot, and so this helps with that. If that means anything to you,
No.
good or bad. I used to say, yeah, it's just something I've been doing a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and use him against Groverjaw during the tournament. But I just want to see if he is with them, because it would be actually incredibly beneficial if he's going to be in Rowina.
Right.
Okay.
So hopefully he's not wearing a thing. Let's see if he's with them, though.
Okay, so Eloise, you said you wanted to cast your crying spell on Sigmund?
Yep, I'll do that.
Now I gotta go find his character sheet.
I mean, granted, it'll help if he's not there, too. But if he's there, it might make for some interesting drama. I hope.
Right. Oh, here, let me put it in chat so that we can figure out. So, I know him firsthand.
No, she's charmed him before. Would that help, or would that be the first hand, probably?
I mean...
I don't know if that helped or not.
She's already got first-hand knowledge. She's
you have met the target, yeah.
Yeah.
So 23 is what he's trying to roll.
23.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, as you sit your bowl down on your lap and gaze into the water, you do eventually focus on the short, pudgy, bald man in very fine-looking clothes. Lots of necklaces on him and whatnot. Sigmund, who you recognize. He is currently sitting in what appears to be a tent. He has a bowl on a table in front of him, and he is currently eating a meal at a little camp table. The scene itself is actually not interesting, and you hold this for 10 minutes, and for the most part, he's sitting there. He's reading a book. And what languages do you speak?
Goliath giant, draconic, common, and druidic.
Okay, so you do not recognize the language of this book, but he is reading a book, and he's eating what appears to be some type of stew or something like that. He's drinking quite a bit of wine. There's a wine pitcher next to him.
Okay.
And for the 10
So it
minutes,
doesn't look like any of like the dwarvish that was around Morag or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It definitely does not.
Okay.
Go ahead and make for me another perception check. We're going to see if you can divine any details about where he's at.
Okay. 26.
Okay. Yeah, pretty
Like,
damn
can I
good.
hear anything beyond the tent, or?
You do hear a little bit of talking and commotion. Most of it, from what you're able to gather, has to do with mining. Specifically, you hear the words granite said a few times.
I hear the word what said?
Granite. It's a type of it's a type of stone.
Granite. Okay.
Granite. You specifically hear the words granite being discussed a few times. You try to focus on it, and a lot of it has to do with like the mining of granite, trying to dig through that type of material. There's a lot of discussion about digging specifically. Sigmund himself, like, he's not really doing a whole lot other than eating a meal and reading a book. With your 26 perception, you do see that there are a couple of granite slabs on the table, just like I don't know if you've ever gone to a counter salesperson who sells like different types of marble and granite and whatnot for tabletops. There's like a few little block samples of the stone. The one thing that will stand out, because you rolled so freaking high, is that there is a very odd-looking mineral stone, completely dark brown with just little flecks and just like iridescent flecks all through it on the table itself, kind of being used as like a paperweight. And when you look below it, there's only one word that's visible from the angle you're at, but it's the word Umbra.
The word what?
Umbra. Umbra.
Umbra.
You rolled really fucking high, so I had to give you something. And I think we're going to actually take a break because it's 8:30 right now. You can kind of think about what the significance of that is, but here's my question. Are you heading for the teleportation circle in the Margarden Federation at night or during the day? Because right now it's probably just about around dinner time for you all.
You know, we could, I mean, if anybody's, I'd say we could probably jump there as soon as everybody's home. And then maybe spend the night there.
Stay in the morning.
Well, we could do that too.
That's fine.
Either way, I guess it doesn't really matter, yeah.
Well, we need Veil to jump. Veil's out of spell slots, isn't he?
Oh,
Well, there's the thing about that. Your liaison did talk to you before you left. Now, where's the word I'm looking for? Okay. Your research liaison did describe a little bit about what's going on with that teleportation circle. She's informed you that the address itself is not given out. It's very strictly guarded secret here in the conclave, so they will not be giving you this address. They are still allowing you to use it, which is good. So your liaison will take you to somebody within the conclave who does know the location. They will teleport you to that location whenever you want. They will inform them of your arrival beforehand. So because you're taking on this assignment and you're doing it, part of your agreement is they're teleporting you there free of charge.
Sweet.
Alright, so teleport there, sleep at that place tonight?
If they allow that.
I mean, it's not going to be comfortable, but they'll allow you to sleep there if you're wanting to leave during the day. It's up to you.
You know what?
Basically, I was just asking, are you traveling during the daytime or during the nighttime?
Blood would suggest doing that so they can get a taste of what even sleeping at night will be like in the desert. So at least they get a taste of, desert life for a little bit. If anybody wants to.
Well, you can all discuss it. I'm going to want to know when we get back from break. Are you going to travel there tonight, start making your way toward Rowina tonight, or B, are you going to travel there in the morning and set off for Rowina in the sunshine? That's all I care about. That's all I really want to know. You decide that. You also discuss a little bit about what Veil found, because he did say Dreamer take you, so you know that was a cultist that was following you, Veil. So discuss that. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks, because I gotta pee, and we will find out how the group is going to make their way to Rowina. Stay tuned. Welcome, everybody. We are back. When we last left off, the Faab Five had returned to the Conclave, discussed being followed by possibly Dreamer cultists, and everyone went to bed. Now, in the morning, when you got up, yes, Vale?
I'm just going to say, before I went to bed, I burned a 6th level spell slot to use contingency for whenever I cast Mirror Image. I will also cast Blink.
Awesome. And when you tried to use the spell, it didn't work, and the guy back there died. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The guy built a decoy statue.
The guy built a decoy statue, and not knowing what would happen, you tried to use it. It didn't work, and he just died.
Nice.
I feel like I should do that just for the fun of it.
and I'm on 1,100 gold.
You're on 1,100 gold, and
I think he would have died a little sooner if
probably.
He did that,
Probably.
Yeah.
But that was funny though.
Yeah, it was good. All right,
okay.
I'm refreshing everything in long
rest. Yeah. You cast Blink so that what's the contingency? So actually, this is what I want to do. I'm going to give you a handout, real quick.
I reject your handout.
You will use the handout.
Eloise has inspiration again.
So here, I just put Veil's contingency. So literally all I want to do is I want you to specify, every time you cast the spell, what the contingency is and the wording of the spell. So, for example, I go into combat, and the contingency is cast, which is Blink. So something like that.
Yep. Veil's contingency. Where do I write it? It's not letting me. It says choose file, drop file.
Underneath that, there should be a text field. Scroll down.
No. Oh, maybe I have to scroll. Yes, sorry. Nope.
Yeah, description and notes.
Oh, I got it. All right.
Yeah, just so I know what the contingency is, so we all can remember. Anyway, so you all get up in the morning. Veil casts his contingency the last night. The guy did not die. And then the next day, you get up and are greeted by your research liaison here in the Port Valena Conclave. You are escorted up to just, a very simple room. Because they do explain that, you are going on this mission for the Conclave. They want you to be able to use the spell, but they're not giving you the address. Anyway, your liaison escorts you all to a nearby room where a tabaxi male with tabby markings across its face, wearing tan robes and trimmed with green, like everyone in the Conclave, is finishing drawing up his incantation for the floor. Now, when you all enter the room, the tabaxi looks up, glances at you, Blood, and then gives you, one of those same species acknowledgement nods to you before completing the circle and beginning the final incantation for the spell. Your liaison would also have cast the sending spell to alert the hidden outpost of your impending arrival, and once you all give the nod to this tabaxi, he will cast the spell, and you all have to step through into the new location. So you all get ready. The tabaxi casts the final spell, gives you one last nod. You all go running through, and the next moment you find yourself in a very simple sandstone cavern, standing on an engraving of a teleportation circle. There is a pair of researchers who are standing there. This is a tiefling named Boris and a turtle named Lama, Lama. And the two of them can greet you cordially and inform you, you were expected. Thank you for letting us know. The Conclave just said you're heading to Rowina and you needed a quick mode of egress. So here you are. So good luck to you all. The city is to the north. Another city, which eventually is Rowina, is to the south. And they're like, we assume you're not staying for breakfast, so peace out.
Just the type of cordiality I'm used to. Appreciate it very much.
They'll request breakfast to go.
You're not. You're handed an orange and told, okay, hurry up.
That's all I need.
Blood will toss him some nuts or something, like some trail mix. It'd be like, this is good enough.
I got trail mix and an orange now.
Mm-hmm. You do. So this outpost you discover as these two individuals lead you through is basically a sandstone cavern structure that exists in basically a hollow between some hills, very far to the north. And actually, if I got a map here for you. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So if you look on the map right now, you will see that little red X, that's that Conclave's outpost. It's a little south of Quarintine, very far north of Rowina. But it's not. It's nothing more than like I said. You use your Windwalk spell. The next few days, and you're going to be making your way out. But for your first day, Blood has been talking up this place, so you all decided you wanted to just kind of hoof it. The researchers give you, the farewell gesture, and Blood starts talking you through, desert safety. And the things you notice as you are all making your way is the fact that this is a hot, dry, arid place. But you're all starting to walk and get dehydrated, and it's rough making your way through the sands. About 4 or 5 hours through your journey, I want all of you to make perception checks.
19.
5.
12.
13.
28.
Jesus Christ.
I'm too busy. I'm casting frostbite on everyone's cloaks just so that
That's-
keeps us cool.
That's not even an advantage what he might get in the desert, but yeah, 28.
Yeah, so Vale, you definitely see this, and like that greed starts hitting your mind as you see this, and you really start thinking, this is going to be fun. You see in the
You mean blood, right?
distance, a little ways ahead, a mound moving
Oh,
through the
God.
sand, just digging, tunneling. This like you know when you watch Tremors and you see that all the dust and sand coming up from behind it. It's definitely there, and it's definitely big, and it's definitely heading your way.
Graboids.
Totally thought you were going to say he saw like a mirage of like dead bodies with a sign says take as much as you please.
I mean, if Vale would have been the one to roll, maybe, but
Oh, you said I saw. I thought you said Vale didn't
No,
see
Blood.
Yeah, he meant to say
I-
you.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Blood with your 28. You're the one who sees this.
It's coming right towards us.
It's coming in your direction,
Uh,
heading
coming
from
right
the
towards
south
us.
towards the north. It's coming right towards us.
Is there? I mean, so this is exactly what we're looking at. It's just pretty much flat terrain all
Yeah, it's
around.
pretty well flat terrain. A little bit of
Alright,
sandstone. There's some rocks and things, but it's heading in your direction, coming directly towards you, going north from the south. Your group is in this little area right now. You have a few
Yeah.
moments before they're going to get there. So, what are you wanting to do?
Apollion's
Good
gonna
problem.
leap
Talk about
10
what?
feet into the air and start hovering, and at the same time awaken my trident to be crackling with lightning as a bonus action.
I mean, he'll tell everybody like, be prepared. Maybe try and start moving in a different direction to see if the mound starts following us. But he's gonna tell. He goes, be prepared, and we need to spread out a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to give you
What do you
all
see?
one moment. Sorry, Vale, but I'm going to give you all one moment to position yourselves how you want to for this oncoming threat. What were you wanting to say, Vale?
No, I was just where is it coming from? Which direction?
It's coming from the south towards you, which is going. It's traveling northward.
How big is this rock?
Not big enough for you to hide behind.
Okay.
There is unfortunately no real cover for you.
I was just.
Most of these stones are like a foot. They're tiny little things.
I was just gonna see if it was something like it would impede it, but if it's not big enough, yeah.
No, it's pretty small.
It's just
Coming from, you said it's coming from the south?
It's coming from the south towards you to the north.
what is that?
I'm trying to figure something out.
I'm reloading roll 20. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
30, 35, 46.
I think I'll pull my glaive out.
I'm going to give you one more thing with your 28. You've got like literally 1 minute to make your decisions where you want to be positioned. But there is another dust cloud. More
Is that what
from-
the square is? Is the dust cloud?
No.
No,
I haven't-
that's me trying to figure something out.
Where's the other cloud coming from? Same direction, or
southwest. Coming
Okay.
towards your group.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be flying 10 feet in the air.
Okay. You're flying 10 feet in the air. Everyone
Hovering.
position themselves where they want to be. What's with the square, Eloise?
I'm going to be casting a spell, and that's where it's going to take effect. Oh wait, Liam's in there. Hold on. I need to
you
move
gonna
it.
cast what?
A
Something
spell.
interesting.
She was in.
Oh.
She was not.
I thought she said misspell. I was just like, wait, what spell?
Nondescript. She wants it to be a surprise.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cast the spell. It's going to be there. Just let me know when I'm allowed to cast it.
Okay. Well, right now you have the moment where if you like you can move to where you want to be if you're getting ready to cast a spell. If this is like a trained spell, you should probably cast it now because I'm going to have all of you roll initiative afterwards.
Cool. Okay. Then I cast. Boom.
Wrath
of Nature. It's not going to be very helpful because we're in a sandy environment, but hey, at least I can use the rocks as weapons.
And you said it's coming from this, like, down this array area, south, the first one, and the other one's from, like, over here?
That's what I said, yep.
And
Okay, I want everyone to roll for initiative.
Click your character.
Please.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. 14.
weak-ass 17.
I mean, it hasn't been that long. The last time you fought a combat was in the bar.
20.16.
13.
Is that everybody?
I think
Yep,
so.
that's
Oh,
5.
does Jareth need to get in there?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't remember how to fight. 12.
Alright, let's
Okay.
see some Staff of Power, baby.
Okay, well, Yep, let's see what happens, because we got to this battle later than I was expecting, but that's okay. We'll see how we do. Apollyon, you're first, and you can see that mound. Probably right around this area down here. It's starting to move towards you. It's right at the edge of the map down here, but it's not quite there yet. What are you wanting to do?
Let's see. I think I'm going to hold my action of Eldritch Blast until I see something breach the surface of the sand.
Are you staying where you are within 10 feet?
Actually, I'll go up another 20 feet, so now I'm in the same place, but just 20 feet in the air.
Okay, so you're a total of 30 feet up? Or 20 feet
sure.
up?
Yeah, sure. 30 feet from the ground.
Got it.
And I'm holding Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That's it for your turn. You're holding your Eldritch Blast. From there, you see at the very edge of the vision down here, that what's the word I'm looking for? The big, mound, which
Mound?
yeah.
A swell? Think like ocean terms. It'd be like the swell of a wave.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Anyway, it moves like this. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right about
Yeah, that's
here.
cool. What are you doing? That's awesome.
Yeah, I have this really
that's
cool
the new
ability
effects
now.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I can't see anything. What?
It's far down at the bottom of the map.
Bottom of the map, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
just
okay, I see it
funny.
now.
I like
Yeah,
it.
you
I
like
see it
that?
now.
Okay, and then it bursts out open, and out comes from the ground. You're expecting it. A blue fucking dragon jumping up out of the ground into the air. Now, Apollyon, you are holding your Eldritch Blast. How many feet away is that?
95 feet,
Yeah,
and the range is 120.
you're good. Go ahead and cast
Let's
your
do it.
spell.
Ooh, baby, he's a big one. Take this. Oh, it's not supposed to be advantage, but just the first numbers.
Okay, so a 7, a 17, and a 21. The 21 does hit.
The other ones don't? Okay. You're kidding, right?
Wow.
Uh,
I was being a dick about it, Jeremy.
You just hit it on one of its tough scales. You didn't hit a good
Yeah,
point. That's all.
you shot 3 Eldritch Blasts out as this thing was erupting out from the ground, his wings stretching outward. You shoot your Eldritch Blast. The first one, the dragon just tilts to one side, misses. You fire a second, to the other side. It almost hits. That third one, you aim true. It hits off the scales. One of the scales get blasted by the Eldritch shot and goes flying backwards from it. You can now see this clearly. It is definitely a blue dragon, and goddamn, it's coming right at you.
oh shit!
Oh my god, it's coming right for us.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. That was... How many feet does it have to move? I forget. 40 feet, so it can actually move to right about there for its movement. Let's see. I don't think it actually has the ability to do a hell of a lot right here. 60 feet. No. So... It's wild, it's feral, it's angry, it's using its action to dash. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, it has 80 feet, so let's see. It moved 20 feet, then burst out, flew upward. It has 60 feet left of movement, so that was 20 feet. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50... Yeah, I'm going to say it ends up right there, so that's perfect.
You said it used its action to dash.
Well, I know. I started to say it was an action to dash, then I realized this fly was a lot bigger. It has much higher fly speed than it does movement or burrowing. So it was able to move a little bit farther. Just enough for this.
Apollyon, a fellow burrower.
Yeah, I imagine Jareth's kind of flying overhead. It's just kind of collateral damage, but Apollyon, you're that big target. You're definitely something worth hitting. So it's firing. It's, good old-fashioned lightning breath. I need you to, both you and Jareth, to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Real
Jareth
quick.
has the ring.
Yep.
No, real quick. How high is Apollyon, and how big is this lightning bolt?
I'm 30 feet in the air.
Okay, because Jareth wasn't in the air. He was like shoulder height. And then when I ran, he stayed. I didn't move him. I kept him where he was. So if you want, I mean, if it hits him, it hits him. But
so this is what I'm gonna say. Like,
the D&D rules don't really account for height.
well, no, they do. They do. But here's the thing. Like, I gave you all a moment to move your tokens and to say how high you were and where you were at. You never specified with Jareth. Apollyon did.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Like, you're saying retroactively, oh, well, I wouldn't have had Jareth at that height when...
No, you're right. I mean, I could have... Yeah, that's fine. He would have done whatever. That's fine.
It's just a familiar.
Yeah, he's just a familiar. I'm just saying...
It's his goddamn pet.
Electricity, it grabs anything that's nearby, honestly, so...
So what am I rolling for?
So you're rolling dexterity saving throws.
Is there, if he passed it, is he taking it, no matter what, he's taking damage, right?
Yeah, no matter what, he's going to take
damage.
He's
done. Then he's done. He's done. Okay. And the ring falls right there on the ground.
12 is terrible.
Well, right next to Eloise.
There, so I'll put a white dot where the ring is for you.
And I think I only gain resistance to lightning while I'm raging, which I'm not.
That's what you should have done.
I thought about it, but it ends if I don't attack, so I didn't want to just waste it just in
fair
case.
Enough. Well, you still got a good defense for this guy.
But anyway, so that's 46 points of lightning damage that just goes shooting at an arc, a 60-foot line that is 5 foot wide, and yeah, I'm gonna say probably Jareth just hits the very edge of it, but he's gone. And Apollyon, you do take the 46 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Whew.
That's it for his turn.
How high up in the air is this dragon?
Right now, he's not too high. He's only about 40 feet up. That's why
Okay.
he was able to do what he was doing.
All right.
But that's it for Jareth, and the ring just drops right there on the ground. Next up, we do have another mound that I told you guys was coming up along the way. It... So you can only move 15 feet. So 5, 10, 15 feet. This one jumps out from the sands as well. It's a much smaller version. The wings don't seem to be nearly as formed, and it just kind of leaps out of the sand onto the ground and stops there. This is easily like a quarter of the size of the big one in the air, but you recognize this as a blue dragon wormling.
You're about to make us
Now-
kill a baby.
This blue dragon, in comparison to the green dragon that we fought, is it of a size or smaller, or?
No, this is smaller, right?
You're talking
The
about
young-
the wormling. You're talking about the one that that's in the air.
The big one, yeah.
Yes and no. It's about probably it's comparable to the dragon you fought in Feyweave Hollow.
It is.
Okay, so before we go any further, because I just noticed a couple things, so I am going to do this real quick, and then after this, Anesthetic has redeemed some points, so let me do this real quick.
Ooh.
From there, the wormling goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. It seems to be running towards you, Liam. But it didn't have enough movement to get beyond that. Next, after that turn, Apollyon, you feel the gods looking down in favor at you right now, and you have received a healing surge from Anesthetic. So go ahead and roll me 3d4 plus 3.
Dude, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Total of 12.
Yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you.
And Liam, the gods are in favor of you as well. They seem to be
All
looking favorably upon you. You have a turn right now before blood.
Okay. Then this thing's charging at me. I'm gonna
charging.
come up and attack it with my glaive, which I already had out. So I'll take 2 quick attacks. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost my glaive. All I have is glaive bottom.
What?
It's not in there. My vicious glaive +1, it's not in there.
Oh my goodness. Hold on a second.
There was a problem. Just Roll20 had a while back with deleting like things from the attack options section.
Aw.
There you go. I just added one. We need to change the strength to Dex because
Right.
it's such a nice DM. I don't know
That's
why
a
I'm a nice
+1.
DM. And then
Because we love you, Matthew.
probably. And then is it an extra 2d8 for vicious?
For vicious, it would be double the dice damage.
No, I think it's specifically like either 3d6 or 2d8.
I think, isn't that if you crit?
That's
You
what I'm
get an
talking
extra?
about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I think it's here. I'll pull it up real quick. I think it's 2d8.
Hold on, I'm looking.
No, 2d6 slashing with
2d6 slashing.
Vicious Glaive.
Okay.
Wasn't this a +1 vicious?
I thought it was just a vicious you bought.
Well, he said the price of it, and then I go, oh, vicious is that much. Can I get a +1 vicious? I thought that's what I got.
Do you remember how much you spent for it?
Oh God, I think I spent like 1,600 for it.
Then yes, it is a +1. There. Hey, guess what? Your Vicious Glaive's set up.
Yay! All right.
Never mind. Hold on. Damn it.
Oh,
Really?
no. And then the damage, I guess, is the only other thing.
There.
Yeah.
There. Now it's fixed.
All right. 2 quick attacks. New designed weapon. Ooh. 19 and a 12.
The 19 hits.
Okay.
Our DM's the best.
11
He's very handsome,
slashing.
too.
I love you all very much.
Well, go ahead and spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
Damn right you are.
14, 13. Ugh.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, neither of them hit.
All right, then just the 11 damage. That's all I do.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but at least you clipped it once with that Vicious Glaive. I imagine, like, you were swinging and throwing the like stabbing with the weapon. You managed to hit it just on the side of its body where those underdeveloped wings are, and cut it a little bit, but not nearly as much as you hoped.
Right. Nope. It dodged me. All right, let's do it.
Blood, you're up next.
And I guess, I mean, you said that we would notice it's about the same size. I guess, would he know that this is a younger and a weaker dragon than the ones that hopefully they're not going to have to fight soon, but you're probably going to make us fight soon?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying it's a weaker ass dragon than the big blue ones we saw before, that he would recognize that.
What you recognize is that it's probably about the same size and shape as the one you fought in Fae Weave Hollow. Maybe a little bigger, but not that much bigger. Because it's 923.
Yeah, he might shout out at some point. He's like, "That's probably its baby. We got to watch out for the mate soon." And he's just gonna kind of start moving in different directions. He's gonna take a couple shots at it because he gets to take an extra one just on the first turn.
Okay, so at 3rd level, you can ambush. You give yourself a bonus equal to your initiative roll.
Yeah, that's the wisdom. Okay. Yeah, I already did that.
And
but
then at the start of your first turn in each combat, your walking speed increases, and if you take the attack action on that turn,
you get one additional attack.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool as hell.
And it gets an extra 1d8. I forgot about that.
If that gets, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Well, that's the first shot at it. If it's ever going to show up.
Who are you attacking?
Oh, the big one. He's going for mama or daddy, whoever that is.
Big one in the air. Absolutely. 22 definitely hits.
Yeah, and I got to take off sneak, because I definitely don't have sneak. So it's just 11 for that first one. And for the second shot...
Are you not first in initiative? Does that not give you sneak?
Hey, you might have to have advantage on it.
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
but he can't get.
You do still get the 1d8 extra though.
That's with the extra turn.
You still get a second attack. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the extra attack is going to go towards the baby. Because Matt made us kill a baby, so we have to kill a baby.
I never said it was a baby. You just assume it's a baby.
Oh, it's a fucking baby, man.
It's a wormling. So. Wormlings lived for like 100 years. Fuck you.
There's gonna be that, and then I'll roll that extra 1d8.
Yeah. Well, you don't get
with
the
an extra
attack.
5.
You don't get the sneak attack.
Liam's right next to it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Nope. You're good.
I was going after the wormling on that one. Yeah,
okay.
So.
Yeah. No. Okay.
So 27, 28 plus 5, 33 on the baby, and only 11 on parent.
Nice.
Wow.
And I would.
So here's the way this hit. You like shot the mama flying in the air, and then you aimed at that cub, and you just take that shot, and
Killed the
like
baby.
it went through its neck. The arrow actually went through its neck. It is barely hanging on to life. Barely.
Yes, I did kill the baby. What he is gonna end up doing, I guess. He's not gonna. Is this Eloise little spell effect? Is that like generating something that Blood would notice? Or is it
Eloise?
like, okay, well, he's not gonna fucking know.
I don't know. Eloise.
Yeah.
What is the
No,
spell?
there's nothing noticeable right now.
Okay, so you have no clue whatsoever.
Well, he's used about 20 now, and I'm gonna end up using Feel on Agility, and it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna end up scooping up the ring, because he probably saw the fucking bird die. That would be an extra 30. He would technically have 10,
Okay,
but then he's
so
gonna...
this is what I want. What is your passive perception?
20.
Yeah, you're good. You can pick that up.
Yes, I mean, with that, and then he's got that extra 10, but then he's going to end up doubling it because he's got that feline agility. He's going to use his dash for bonus action dash, and he's just going to grab the ring and just kind of run the fuck over here away from the warbling or the mama, since he just fucking shot her baby in the neck.
Yeah, I'll allow it because you know what? You have a high enough passive perception. You would have seen that ring. You have seen the familiar fall, and you definitely can run over there. So yeah.
Yeah. So he's moving on.
Okay.
So that's his turn.
That's it for your turn. Next off, we have another wormling who's going to move 5, 10, 15 feet and come out of the ground right here.
Ooh.
Which kind of sucks because he didn't know what was there. So Eloise, explain to us exactly, as this blue dragon wormling comes erupting out of the sand, what happens when he jumps into that area of effect? Because you 100% put it where one was.
Nothing happens to it yet.
At all?
No, there's no grasses and undergrowth. There's no trees. There's no roots and vines. All I've got to work with are the rocks.
So what triggers your spell, I guess?
Yeah.
My bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So nothing happens to it yet.
Okay, well, in that case, it erupts out of the ground. Nothing happens. It's going to use... Let's see here. Okay, so Liam, I'm gonna need you to make for me a dexterity saving throw.
You got it, boss. Dex save.
Damn it.
Well, just from a 1 to a 19.
What's the V1?
Okay,
Dex saves, I take 0 damage. Sorry. I'm evasive.
Yeah, so what happens is this thing jumps out of the ground and just goes with that big, wide dragon maw, and a line of lightning comes shooting out from it. Liam just jumps back, sensing this is happening, does a big O somersault in the air, lands on the ground just as the bolt of lightning passes, and you take no fucking damage, you fucking monk.
Just pop that up in chat just because.
That's valid. I accidentally rolled it to GM, but you would have taken 19 points of damage.
I would have.
But you didn't. Oh, actually, he would have had him. Yeah, you're good. Anyway. Sorry, he would have been right there at the time. Anyway. Yeah, that's it for the blue wormling's turn. Necthros Veil, you're up next. What are you doing?
Alright. Veil is going to jump here. Hold on. I had this all mapped out, and then you just like moved it real quick, and it messed up with the spot I had marked.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, yep, he's going to move right there. He's going to grab a little bit of dust from the ground and drop a couple drops of water from his water skin, and he's going to cast Sleet Storm. And he's centering it. Let me throw this on there. Um, 40-foot radius.
Move it to the left one, and you get that third one.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
There
I know that Liam has advantage, or is with area effect spells. I know that Liam is pretty good with. I'm pretty sure he has advantage on area
Do what you're gonna
effect
do, man.
and- yeah, so it's going to be a DC 17 Dex save.
All right.
So we've determined that this is something that happens. It's basically an area of rough terrain, so it's going to affect them on their next turn.
Is that what? Okay, I thought we did it when it goes off and then
We
on their
used
turn.
to, but then we realized that no, we were doing it wrong.
All right.
But it will affect them on their next turn.
20-foot tall cylinder. The other dragon's 40-foot high. Am I right?
Correct.
Would the big one be caught?
Well, if the thing is a 20-foot tall cylinder, no, the big one would not.
Oh, well.
So you got to
And
hit
these guys
either
are
the
on the
big
ground.
one or the ones beneath because he's 40 feet difference.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to center it on this guy.
Well, again,
Right.
I'm just going to say it's a 20-foot tall cylinder, and he is 40 feet above the ground.
Yep.
So
I'm
where
going
you
to
had
do
it previously, it affected 2.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't mean to point that out.
I would rather have it affect the big guy.
But it's not, is what I'm saying.
So you can't
Yeah, I
raise
think
it
you
up
have to
off the
place it
ground.
on the
Can't
ground.
raise it. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I guess I read that spell
Right.
wrong.
So
Well,
it's-
I mean, if you're affecting it 20 feet above
Yeah.
the ground, it'll affect him because he's 40 feet up. But if you're wanting to maximize this, you would hit the 2 people on the ground, which you can hit 2 on the ground, or you can hit the 1 guy in the air. So I assumed you're going for the 2 guys on the ground.
I'm not as concerned about those guys. I'm concerned about the guy who just took out my owl and did a massive amount of damage.
So
So I
you're
don't think you can make
specifically-
the air difficult terrain is the issue.
Yeah, that
Oh.
really is the thing. That's why I was assuming you're like when you position
Yeah.
it, you position it to hit those 2 guys. And so I assumed
Yeah.
you're aiming for them. If you're aiming for the dragon, it
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, and I immediately regret this, but I guess we'll just do it that way, like that.
okay. So you're aiming it specifically to hit the 2 dragon wormlings and Liam. That's fine.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll Liam. This is... Let's see. What's the DC? Is it 18 now? Because I feel like that's what it was the last time.
No, it's 17.
It is 17? Okay.
Yeah, it was on the other one. It said 16 for some reason, but it's actually 17.
Okay. Both rolled an 18, so both do save. Or at least they will on their turn. Because this does affect on their turn. I'll just re-roll it, fuck it. Anyway. Your spell is cast, it's going to affect them. Liam, it's going to be your turn next. And you need to make the dexterity saving throw.
He did.
19? Okay, you're good to go. Well, that's fine.
You're
If
muted,
you want to reuse the rolls we just did, I'll take the 19, the 18, the 18. Liam, I cannot hear you. You're muted.
I'm sorry. I'm back. Yes, I rolled a 19. I'm happy with that. Keep your 18s. I don't see why you wouldn't. I can't see any reason not to make the rolls immediately, no matter what. So,
Well, because
even if it only affects you on your turn, it's still
that's fine.
Because you couldn't move in between those times. That's the reason not to.
Yeah, you're supposed to roll it on
Right.
your turn. That way you know whether or not you can do it before that.
I thought you told me to roll it, and I waited that whole time, and I rolled it.
It's fine. I'm
You're
letting
fine.
you
It's
take
your
it.
turn now.
I'm letting you take it. We said we're going to take it, so 19.
All right. So just so I'm clear, the only other disadvantage of this spell is rough terrain, right?
Correct.
Yes, but I don't think it
That
affects
doesn't
you.
affect me. No.
No.
The area
Alright.
is also
Obscured.
heavily obscured.
All right. So I'm going.
Well,
to
hold
take...
on. The area is heavily obscured, which
So
means
am I at
that
disadvantage?
you're at disadvantage on any attack you make.
Okay. Still gonna make 2 attacks because that was my plan. 13 and a 27.
27
Pretty
does
good
hit.
for a disadvantage. All right.
Would have been a crit though.
Minimal damage 7.
That's upsetting. Unfortunately, you slash through this creature. It's barely managing to hang on, but it is still alive because it had 8 hit points.
All right. Bonus action unarmed strike at disadvantage. Nope.
Nope.
Roll the 2.
Oh
well. Then with the rest of my turn, I'm going to get out of his spell. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Right here is fine. And that's my turn.
Okay, well, he could not attack you because stupid...
Now we can't hear you, Matt.
Oh, sorry, I was holding control. Anyway, he can't attack you because stupid fucking things you've taken. So, yeah, he can't do anything.
Nope.
That's it for your turn. We have another blue dragon wormling that was on the field. It's probably going to be the last one because I don't want to deal with any more of them. Anyway, it's going to burrow 5-10 feet and then jump out of the ground, and it's going to go ahead and attack you, Veil. It literally comes burrowing under, jumps out of the ground, and just tries to decimate you by biting. And that's a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Wow. Okay, that's the blue dragon wormling's turn. Right there. Eloise, you're up next.
Yeah. I am gonna go ahead and okay, I'm gonna at least try. I'm going to try to polymorph the big dragon. As my action.
You're polymorphing the big dragon?
Hell yeah.
Okay, why not?
Wisdom saving throw. Is 16 your DC?
18's my DC.
18.
Wait, what the hell? Why?
Irregardless, that's not a good roll.
Yeah, no, it rolled a 9, so, what are you polymorphing this dragon into?
Into a little blue gecko.
Yeah, okay, I dig it. You know what, you transported this thing flying in the air, 40 feet in the air, into
Oh shit! It's still flying. Fuck.
into into whatever you transformed it into. It doesn't fucking matter.
Shit.
It transformed into a gecko, which probably has. I'm gonna give it 2 hit points. It was, which is more than most of the things tend to have.
At least it's going to take 4d6 when it falls, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be taking 4. Well, it's going to take 46.
It's a flying gecko.
It transfers over to the other form, doesn't
Does
it?
it transfer over? I don't know.
Yeah, it does transfer over. So what happened was it was flying in the air. Eloise cast polymorph, and sure enough, it transforms into a gecko. It's just like a little 4-legged thing, and then it, like I imagine it, it Looney Tunes looks down and realizes, oh shit!
Wile E. Coyote pulled up a little sign.
And then poof, little sand. I gave it 2 hit points, so it takes 16 points of damage from the fall, and then it poof, polymorphs out again into its dragon form.
It's on the ground now.
Dang.
It's on the
Bad
ground.
idea. Bad execution.
Level 4 spell did 18 damage.
That was pretty sweet, though. Blood
Level 4
suppressed.
spell that doesn't usually do any damage did 15 damage. So.
Blood's still clapping. He's like, that was fantastic. I don't fuck these people. They're wrong.
Yeah, no. You know what? He's on the ground now. That's a win in my book. I don't care what you say. That's a win in my book. He's on the ground. So that was your action, Eloise. What else are you doing?
Yes, my bonus action. I'm going to use one of the rocks that are in my little area square cube, and I'm gonna have it try to bludgeon the wormling that's in there.
So how does the spell work exactly?
As a bonus action on your turn, you can cause a loose rock in the cube to launch at a creature you can see in the cube. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 3d8 non-magical bludgeoning damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw or fall prone.
Yeah, I dig it. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okie dokie. So it would be at disadvantage because of is it Sleet Storm or whatever storm that Veil has conjured, but I'm gonna use Anesthetic's inspiration to make it a straight roll, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So a ranged spell attack. So it's gonna be a D20 plus 12.
You should roll it before you decide to use that.
Yeah, you absolutely should. I allow you to use it after the fact.
Okay. Well, if I use it after the fact, then I have to roll at disadvantage.
No. Well, okay, yeah, you're right. You would have to roll at disadvantage for twice, or you could just roll it once.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and roll it.
So it's 13 plus 12, which is 25.
Definitely hits.
Yay! So what did I say it was? 3d8?
3d8.
Yes, 3d8.
Non-magical bludgeoning.
Yeah. 20
Nice.
points
Nice.
of non-magical
Holy
bludgeoning
shit.
damage to the wormling that's over here.
Yeah. The rock goes flying and just smacks against the creature's head. It like roars in deep, deep pain, which I actually have a sound effect for. So hold on a second. There you go. He takes a decent amount of damage from that rock hit. And yeah, he's on the ground and he's hurting. What else are you doing, Eloise?
That's it, because that was my action and bonus action, and I don't want to move closer to any of my party members, or else we're all gonna get crispy. So, yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
Okay. Top of the turn order, Apollyon. You're first. What you want to do?
All right. Bonus action. Enter my rage. You can see the lightning glowing from my fingertips and crackling off my horns as I enter this rage.
Thank you,
And I'm
Anesthetic. I
gonna
like
make
you.
my
I like
instinctive
you like my
pounce
sound effects.
to move towards this dragon.
Okay, as part of the bonus action to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed towards it. So the blue dragon's on the ground. You can definitely do that.
And I'll use the rest of my
prone, right?
another half of my movement to get down to it. And yeah, it is prone, right?
Why was it
Should
prone?
be.
Because it
Is it fell
fell
out of
from
the
the
sky?
air as a gecko.
Yeah, absolutely, it's prone.
I don't
Alright.
think dragons can be prone, can they?
No, they totally can, especially
yeah.
a young dragon.
Oh,
I-
shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the wormling has to make a strength saving throw or fall prone.
Okay, like it. Let me do that real quick.
Sorry. I missed
Go
that.
for it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting Apollyon.
That was a 17, so it did succeed.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well, my spell save is 18.
Oh, it's 18. Then yeah, it is definitely.
Yeah, I don't know
prone.
why it keeps marking it as 16. It's 18. Or at least it is on my sheet.
Should be 8 plus proficiency plus your spellcasting ability.
Yeah, but my staff gives me a boost.
It
Oh,
does.
okay.
So,
And so does the moon sickle.
anyway,
So you probably want to go into your little gear and go
So-
to like global modifiers, I think.
well, hold on one second. I am just gonna let you know this. The moon sickle gives you a bonus. The staff gives you a bonus, but you do not get both bonuses unless you're wielding both weapons at the same time. And if you're wielding both weapons at the same time, you can't do somatic components.
Okay.
So you have to choose which one you're using at the time.
Okay. Okay. Let me go see.
So 17 DC at any given time if it has somatic.
Yeah, it is 17 if it's somatic, but
So it would save.
so yes, it did save.
Okay, Apollyon.
Apollyon, you there?
Yep. Okay, so yeah, I rush up to this dragon and I'm going to attack it.
He is lying prone. He is on the ground right now, so you have advantage on this automatically.
Uh, 17.
17 does not hit.
Alright, second attack. 18.
18 exactly hits.
Okay.
Okay, 17 points of damage plus your 6. I mean, yeah, you come rushing up towards him with your trident, stab it. The first one glances off the armor. The second one, you kind of make that measured judge and stab again, and it goes right between the plates of its scales, and you do a decent amount of damage. 23
Alright.
points.
Is it resistant to lightning?
It is, unfortunately. So it doesn't do as much as you hoped it would, but it's still doing damage. Actually, it's immune. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, it's just straight up immune.
Yep.
Alright.
So
That's fine.
13.
So 13 damage. Alright. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna action surge. Does this give me an action and a bonus action?
No, it just gives you an extra action.
Oh, it says a possible bonus action.
Well, okay. Starting at second level, you can push yourself. On your turn, you can take one additional action on top of a regular action and a possible bonus. So yeah, no, you just get one extra action.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack twice again.
Do it. Still using the trident?
Yep. 28.
Definitely hits.
Alright, so another 13 damage. Last
Okay.
one, 23, I'm gonna assume hits. 14 damage that time.
Yeah, you definitely get the impression as you pull that trident out that this thing is not taking any of the lightning damage that you're hitting it with.
Alright, with the... Wait, I use half my speed. 40. I still have another 20 feet of movement. I'm just gonna jump back 20 feet.
Okay, as you do that, it is...
Does it get an attack of opportunity if it's
well,
prone?
I'm looking right now.
While we're on this action surge stuff, it says impossible bonus action. I've got action surge also. Could I use that for unarmed strike?
Well, you can use it to use the attack action, and however you use your attack action, that's how it works.
I was always
Yeah, you
curious
want-
what possible bonus action meant. Okay.
So you're using your bonus action to do an action surge, which allows you to do another attack or whatever.
Well, action
Okay, it
surge
says-
isn't
Or
a bonus
not-
action.
Is action surge even a bonus action? I don't think it is.
No,
No,
it's
it's
just an
not.
ability
No,
you
it's
can
an
do once
ability.
Yeah,
per
so-
It doesn't take.
short
Yeah, it
rest.
doesn't take part of
Yeah,
your turn.
it doesn't take part of your turn. It's just you're adding an extra action, so you can do
Yeah.
any action ability.
Yeah, and I just looked at the clarification by Jeremy Crawford. It says it does not give you an additional bonus action. It's just saying if you can still use your bonus action, then you can
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
as you're running away, it does get its reaction. However, it rolled a 10, so it missed. Because a reaction just gives you one attack, so
Yep.
you're good to go. Now it is the dragon's turn.
Oh, but did you find out if it opportunity attacks me if it's prone?
Yeah, it can still opportunity attack even when it's prone.
All right, whatever. Oh, it misses.
No,
It
yeah,
rolled in that
missed.
one, yeah.
It rolled in
Guess
that one
what?
and missed. What?
Guess what, bitch ass dragon?
What?
Riposte.
So what does riposte do? Let's.
I can use my reaction and expend a superiority die to make another melee weapon attack against a creature.
Do it.
Sorry, I'm using all my fighter abilities
No, do it.
because I want to. Roll my How do I roll my superiority die?
You have to do it
I
manually.
I guess I just have
just
to
roll.
manually do it.
Yeah, just roll a new attack.
Superiority die is a d6.
So you
Yeah,
have to
okay.
roll a new attack, and if you hit, you get the superiority die damage.
19.
19 does hit.
So 2, 13. I guess I get rage too, which is another 3.
16.
So another 16 damage. I'm just not even putting the other lightning damage since I know it's immune.
Right.
All right, cool. And I
Nice
get away.
proposed.
Whew! I knew there was a way to do 5 attacks in a turn.
Is Matt still there?
I don't hear him, nor he's in Discord. Matt, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, he disappeared.
His camera
Hmm.
dropped out too.
I would like to point out that in my Wednesday gaming session, I'm on to Arkham Knight now. I'm past Arkham City. Just thought I'd throw that out there since we've got a little free time here.
Gotta start checking that out.
Well, we're in the middle of the battle. This is no time to sing a jolly song.
Unless you're a blade singer.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah. Someday I'll get to play a Blades singer in like a full campaign. I really want to.
And you'll probably get them killed, and then
goddamn.
you won't get to
Sorry
play
about that. So yeah, 14 more points of damage on the attack there from your reposit.
Riposte.
Yeah, riposte.
14 plus 2, 16, because he got that d6.
Okay, that's it for Apollyon's turn.
Yes, I believe.
Yep, I'm done.
Anesthetic saying she's never seen the Batman games before.
Oh no, they're so good.
Okay, the blue dragon that's on the ground, it's its turn next. It's pretty pissed off. Let's see if it gets its breath weapon back, because that's the first thing we need to try. Yep, absolutely it does. Ha ha ha. It's going to move 5, 10, right about here. And it's doing a line right at you, Apollyon and Eloise.
Dang it.
So I need the both of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Should have kept my inspiration for this.
I have advantage.
Why do you have advantage?
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws from effects that I can see.
There you go.
We don't know what the save is yet.
Critical!
Mm.
I mean, it's not really critical. I just
Yeah,
rolled
Apollyon, you saved with a 23. Eloise, you did not. So, Eloise, you take 57 points of lightning damage. Apollyon, you take half of that, which is
I take
28.
half of half because I'm
Half
resistant.
again, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, half of 28,
14.
which is 14 points of lightning damage. Let's
You
see.
said
It's
still quite a bit.
57?
Yeah, you took 57 points of lightning damage, Eloise.
Yikes.
Owie.
It is then, let's see, it moved 20 feet to get where it is. It's then going to move about 20 feet, or, hold on, 40 feet in the air. So it is currently 40 feet in the air, right where it is. And ouch. Let's see. Next we have the blue dragon wormling, which is in that blue circle. So what veil did the blue circle do?
It's DC. Did you already roll for this, or was that last turn?
I'm going to re-roll because for fun of it.
DC 17 dex save.
You got it. Anesthetic is sending a healing surge to Eloise. She's calling my girl VOP or MVP. My girl MVP. So Eloise, go ahead and roll 3d4 plus 3.
Okay. Roll 3d4.
That's a 5,
Ah!
so it failed. Fail. What happens?
Falls prone.
Okay, it falls down to the ground prone and has to use its half its movement to get up again. It's then going to look between this group right here. Let's see here. So it's going to have to use its movement to get back up. And then it's going to move 5, 10, 15 feet to right here.
Oh, our signature sleet storm spell.
What's that?
It's difficult terrain.
It is difficult terrain? Okay. So...
It's our signature crowd control spell, Sleet Storm. Works on every dragon.
Yep. Well, that was back when I didn't know the rules of 5e very well, but I know it a lot better now. So...
You can still get that breath weapon off, I think.
Oh, I can get it off. I just can't hit everybody. So I'm just aiming right at Apollyon, because he's the closest one that I can hit.
He's the golden boy.
Yeah. So, Apollyon...
He's also heavily obscured.
Well, but it's just, he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it's not an
That's true.
attack
Oh,
roll.
it's not an attack.
Dang it.
Bring
I
it.
died.
So go ahead and make your dexterity saving throw, Apollyon.
14.
14
What's the DC?
is
Oh,
enough.
12.
Yeah, DC's 12. It's enough. The lightning breath goes shooting out. You dodge back. You get hit a little bit. Because of your resistance, I think you only take 5 points of damage.
That's correct.
Yeah. But, there you go. It's not too bad. And that's it for the Blue Dragon's turn. It's stuck where it is, unfortunately. But Blood from a Stone, you're up next.
Did you say the young one? Was it back up in the air when it did its breath weapon, or was it on the ground?
It was on the ground first, and it did its breath weapon, and then it flew up in the air.
All right, how high up would it be right now?
I
don't know if you said. I don't know.
I did say, but you don't know. It's pretty up. It's pretty high up in the air. Like you can.
I thought you said 40 feet.
All right.
You can hit it with your bow.
Okay, I was just curious. Would it see him? I mean, if he could probably move closer. Would it see him through the obscured sleet storm?
Well, if the dragon's 20 feet high, or 40 feet high...
I didn't know. That's why I was
20.
saying. Yeah, I mean, but if it's
Okay.
20 foot tall...
So here's my question.
That's all I was
It's
asking.
a 20-foot tall storm. He flew 40 feet up, so yes. The question is he can see.
Kudos. Can we do the Pythagorean theme real quick?
Yeah.
Can
So-
you see down with the...
Pythagorean theorem. The reality is yes, based on
Okay.
the obscuring spell, which is only 20 feet tall. Yes,
Yeah.
he is 40 feet tall. He can see you.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's gonna move out. He's gonna shoot it. Try and knock it out of the air.
Didn't the dragon take any damage from the sleet storm?
It doesn't. I don't think it works that way. I think it's just it gets knocked
More
out.
in control.
Oh,
It's crowd control, and it was great when the thing was like at a certain height. But I also I actually watched that episode, and I'm like, yeah, I did that wrong. But it's okay because that's what happened.
Yeah, but I think I see what you're saying, Kyle. This thing only has 1 hit point left.
Yeah, I thought it took a little damage from the sleet storm. I guess not.
Well, how do you know it has 1 hit point left?
We don't.
You told us.
You told us.
Probably.
You told us that he had 8 left, and someone
Yeah.
just
Regardless.
I
Yeah,
know.
I rolled minimum
Well,
damage.
but your character doesn't know. Anyway, it's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
yes.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. Anyway,
Well,
what are you aiming at? Blood from
He's
the stone?
going after the young one that's
So
up in
the
the
one
air,
that's
and he's-
flying. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna run out, go and sharpshooter, blazing bowstring. Gonna try and put this motherfucker down.
Do it. Liam, you
It's
said
that's
Go ahead.
20. That's 20.
got it in.
25.
yeah, it definitely hits.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no sneak on this, but I added a lot of stuff with all that shit, so. 17, 27, 33 total. With the sharpshooter and blazing bowstring.
So you said
Yeah.
33 total. Like
Yeah.
you aim and you fire, and that shot just goes streaking off, smacks into it, explodes in that fire. You see him falter a little bit. His wings barely manage to catch himself and pull himself back up into the air. Yeah, he's not dead yet, but fuck is he?
Yeah, he's. He's gonna just shout. It's like, all right, it is almost done. We got to take it down before its mate shows up. And that's his turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next off is the blue dragon wormling, who is right over here. And, like, a lot of shit's going on. So, first, what hits first? Is it the sleet storm?
Yeah, DC 16. I'm sorry, DC 17 dex save.
Okay.
Yeah, the other thing's just a bonus action. It doesn't do anything right now.
Yeah, that was a nat 20 for a perfect 20, so it definitely managed to stay up.
Yep.
Let's see. It's going to use. So it's. So here's my question on the spell: if he saves, is it still difficult terrain or no?
Yes. The save is just to see if he falls prone or not.
Okay. So he had to get to right about there with his movement. No, he actually does have his fly speed. I'll be damned. Well, still. He's right about there with his movement. Bonus action. He gets to right about there with the flying. He's about 10 feet up on the ground. But he's now made it out of these areas. We're going to say. Necthros Veil, it's your turn now. You have a blue dragon wormling right up on you, like biting the fuck out of you. What are you doing?
Yeah, and I've been seeing what these things are doing to my fellow companions, and I know that I can't withstand.
Actually, here's my question.
Attacks, let alone one.
I got a question for you, Blood or Veil. Now, what was the stipulation for your contingency spell?
Well, you're about to find out, because I'm casting Mirror Image on myself, and that is going to trigger Blink to go off as well.
Interesting. So you cast 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself to appear in your space, and in that same moment, the spell Blink just automatically goes up. So, here's my question, because this is something I'm really... As long as the spell you're cast isn't another concentration spell, you can hold the concentration spell? Is that about right with the spell?
So as far as contingency goes, when I cast it, it is its own thing. It's not, so I don't have any concentration spells up besides Sleet Storm right now. Blink is not concentration, Mirror Image is not concentration.
No, Mirror Image... Oh yeah, you're right, Mirror Image isn't.
Yeah, it just has a duration.
I'll be damned.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you have both Mirror Image and Blink going on right now with your spells, with your spell contingency, because it did cast.
Yep.
Wow. Interesting.
And then I rolled that d20. It's a 1, so I'm still on this plane of existence.
Okay.
And my turn is over.
So you stayed right where you are.
Yep. I did not want to
But he's got
provoke
copies.
the opportunity.
Okay. I like it. Liam, you're up next.
Alright. I see this one that has come out, and that's my new friend. So I'm going to hop over here and take this guy on. I have no qualms against killing a young dragon like Blood does, so just go ahead and attack.
No, that's just Joe. That's not
those are not at disadvantage. So a 12 and an 18.
Okay, the 18 does hit.
All right. Doing 11 slashing. Then I am also going to action surge. So I get 2 more attacks here.
Yes, you do.
Oh, not the bottom, damn it. 29 and 22. I'll just use the other one for that.
Yeah, they both
But
hit.
yeah. Alright. Doing another 20 plus 11, so 31 on that turn.
Yeah, that's more than enough to take this guy out.
Excellent. So that looks like I just basically slash, miss, and then double slash just cut an X at him faster than I've ever really moved before. And I've got maybe 15 feet of movement, so I'll go right there. Alright, all set.
Okay.
No bonus action this turn.
I like it. Well, next up is the Blue Dragon Wyvern, who has not yet used his breath weapon. So, Veil, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
All right. And is he targeting me with an attack?
I mean, he's just doing a line spell that you happen to be in the middle of.
Okay, so it's not targeting me.
No. He's just doing it in that direction, and you're in the middle of it.
I'm going to use a lucky point. 16.
The 16 does save, so in a total you took 8 points of lightning damage.
All right. And how's concentration work?
Basically, you need to roll a con saving throw. If you beat a 10, you beat the DC.
It's 10 or half.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, the concentration on the spells you are holding end. So that
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just affects
gives him an easier shot.
Yep, it just affects the sleet storm. Honestly.
Yep. Yeah, and that actually gives these guys a better shot at that thing that has 1 hit point.
Okay.
You said I took 8 damage?
8 damage, correct.
Alright.
Okay. Eloise, your turn's up next. You do see the dragon flowing 40 feet above you. You see another one right around here. You see another one right about here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to drop my concentration on this Wrath of Nature. And I am going to go ahead and cone this one. I'm going to step... No, I meant me. I'm going to step to the side so that I hopefully don't get Apollyon. And I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, God. Hang on. I want to get them both. Alright, so I'm going to go over to... Oh, gosh darn it. Over here. So that I can cast Cone of Cold on these.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Dragons.
You can hit the 2 of them and not hit Apollyon based on the movement you've made. Hold on. What's the Cone of Cold? How big is it?
60-foot cone. I guess that's what it says. Hang on. There you go.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna say it hits both dragons. So what's the spell save?
The save is a Constitution saving throw.
Save, yeah.
Blue Dragon rolled a 14. The Wormling rolled an 11. So it looks like they both failed. So how much damage do they take?
They take... 37 points of cold damage.
8.
Wow. Yeah, that dragon's definitely dead. The blue dragon wormling. You hear that roar of pain that happened? Here, one more time. Because holy fuck, 37 was enough to take out the blue dragon worm, or the young blue dragon as well. He had 35 hit points left.
Nice.
So Eloise, you took out 2 blue dragons, a wormling and a young one, with this Cold of Cold. So tell me how it looks.
I just get angry that, you know, more freaking dragons hurting people, and like, I hate that this is what I come from. And I just I start casting the spell, and then I just like have my arms out in front of me and I blow right through my hands and just like use the spell to amplify my breath weapon and just...
Yeah, and both dragons, one on the ground, one in the air, fall to the sand. And covered in ice crystals, they are both dead. Apollyon, it's your turn. One blue dragon left, the wormling next to Veil. What are you doing?
I'll fly right towards it and attack with the... Actually, I'll put my trident on my back and pull out my scimitar instead.
Probably good.
And attack this thing.
Nice.
Boom! Crit.
Okay. Yeah, roll that damage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
And I also get an additional... What is it, a d6?
You get raging too.
The d6 is for my brutal critical.
I like it.
I just get an additional damage die, is what it says. And then... Yeah, rage. I'm assuming it doesn't take the lightning damage, but...
Right.
3, so what is that? 13, 16, 19 damage?
19 points of damage, not bad. It is still alive, but it looks very hurt from that the slice from the scimitar.
Do I still get advantage on the second attack?
Why would you?
Veil is within 5 feet.
Yeah, but you're both standing at that same angle. No, I'm going to say no. You do not have advantage on this one.
Alright, I'll attack recklessly to gain advantage.
Go for it.
Sorry, I'm gonna have advantage no matter what. I just want to know how I needed to do it.
I know you are. I'm trying to follow the rules. So you definitely...
Critical?
Fuck me.
Come on.
Yeah, roll that beautiful damage, buddy.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So right now it has 33 hit points before this damage. So how much do you do?
11, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then the first one was 19.
Yeah, it's still up with that second swing. It's still alive, but it's looking pretty fucking hurt.
Alright, bonus action. An additional attack with the scimitar with speed.
Do it! Do it! Beat a 17 and it's dead right now.
Ooh,
oh no!
15 on the attack.
Yeah, unfortunately 15 is not enough.
Lucky point.
Take us home, blood. Oh.
Lucky point.
Come on, Apollyon, you can do this. Anesthetic saying, yes! Go Apollyon, double crit.
16.
Oh.
God, unfortunately...
14, 15, 16.
A 16's not enough. You have to hit that 17,
Those are low rolls. I have a plus 11 to that. Those are low rolls.
Yeah, unfortunately, that last swing is not enough, and the thing is still alive. Still standing there, hissing, angry, between Veil and Apollyon. Blood from a stone. Kill this thing before it kills your friends.
I was assuming, would I get advantage with 2 people kind of flanking both sides of him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shot
yeah.
at the-
You
Alright.
definitely do.
He's gonna go sharpshooter, not blazing this time, but just regular sharpshooter. Oh shit! That's crit. That's 3 crits. It's like a short
3.
speed of time on this little
Yeah.
fucker.
Roll my
I mean-
fucking damage, blood from a stone.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
All right, well, I
One,
want
two, three,
30,
four, five,
41,
7,
How do
8,
you want to
9,
do?
10.
54. So 62, 67 points of damage there.
Blood from a stone.
Fucking
Shut
dragon
the
just got turned
fuck
to
up.
dust.
Shut the fuck up, blood from a stone, and just tell me, you son of a bitch, how does this look?
I like this poor little, probably maybe cow-sized dragon is just sitting there angry, looking back and forth to them, and then he just hears a whistle in the distance, and then he just looks up and just sees just that bolt coming and just goes right between his poor little blue eyes. I'd like to think it's got those puppy dog blue eyes like anime right now, and it just goes right out the back of its head, and you just see little sparks.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And as this last little poor dragon drops to the ground dead, you realize that everything is not moving.
Finally
The rest
made
of
me
your
kill a
friends
baby.
are fine, and you just killed a little baby. You son of a
Blood doesn't
bitch.
care, but I
Surge.
But sure
We're,
enough,
we're past time.
but sure enough,
Blood would say, like, he would scream, he goes, if you guys want to do something with these, do it quick. We need to keep moving. There will be
Yes,
more
sir.
soon.
That was a good bit of fun.
So here's how it's going to work: is you have 30 minutes to decide if you want to try to collect anything from these fucking dragons. If not, the next session we're going to be starting off something interesting. You have 30 minutes to run the fuck away.
Yeah,
What do you do?
that's what Blood's going to suggest. He's just going to just shout. He's like, I get it. It's going to be interesting, but they are small and they really aren't worth much anyway. You might get some meat and sell it to some Bedouins in the fucking desert, but that's about it. Trust me, we've killed.
Can
This
I
isn't
spend
new
10
for us.
minutes just looking for the scale of the big dragon that was shot off at the beginning?
Like, you can probably find plenty of scales off that bigger dragon. What are you trying
Do
to
they have any
accomplish?
treasure?
Yes, all of them were like carrying big sacks of treasure on their legs.
Okay, I loot the sacks.
Yeah, you look in the sacks, there's nothing in them because they don't have fucking sacks. They're in a desert.
I don't
Hey,
know.
the sacks are full of hopes and dreams, okay?
Their sacks are full of hopes of dreams, but that's it. However, if you want to try to look for them and look for, like, if you're trying to look for tracks and trying to track them down, I'll allow it next session. It's up to you. If you want to spend time in the desert, do whatever the fuck you want.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
going to
proficient
tell
in
everyone to
survival.
gather around and then we're so that I can win walk us out of here.
And we need to be moving, people. When I
Not
say
big
more are
plan.
coming, more are coming.
Oh, definitely more are coming, and things are starting to rumble. Like I said, I will give you 30 minutes if you want to harvest stuff or do whatever. But you can
No,
tell
we're good.
blood from a stone.
Well,
You can
Yeah.
tell because you
Yeah.
have lived here your entire life. You have 30 minutes to do whatever the fuck you want, and more of them are showing up.
he might say, he's like, we've got a very short time. If you guys want to try and grab something, do it, and then we need to win walk out of here because we're not going to get another chance.
Just cut the heads off and let's
Just
go.
go now. There's
If-
no need in
yeah.
taking chances.
If we don't win walk, they will catch up to us anyway. So we might want to do that.
All right, do we want to take the heads or no?
Oh shit, yeah.
Definitely
Grab
gotta
the
cut off the heads.
All right,
It's the heads,
let's
that's
take their
all.
heads.
Get the heads and let's go.
You can do the heads in 30 minutes. That's no problem whatsoever.
Deal.
What you accomplish is you're able to gather the head of one young blue dragon and three blue dragon wormlings.
You gonna keep that list, Eloise, or do you want me to start?
Yep.
Okay.
1 young blue dragon head, and 3. What were they?
Wormlings.
Blue worm.
Wormling.
Blue dragon wormlings.
Anesthetic saying yes. Go Apollyon double crit. That was a hell of a.
That was
huge.
pretty awesome turn.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, Blood's damage was just out of control on that last one, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
it's low. I'm not chopped liver there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a crit with my new vicious glaive, but didn't get to use it
I
because
know.
it was disadvantaged,
yeah.
ruined it.
Plus,
Yeah.
aren't you gonna start getting? When do you get crits at 19, or is that something like a higher fighter would get?
No,
Fighter.
that's a different
Well,
style
he's a
of fighter. I found
Okay,
out. I don't get that ever.
That's a shame. But you know what? Your entire group is there in the sands. You have basically 3 days of travel between now and Rowina. And you know, it's not a pleasant place. You're seeing that as you look at all these corpses now around you. But, there are advantages too. So, we'll see how that goes. Now, to everyone who watched, thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you had a lot of fun watching the group fight a group of dragons and wormlings in the Jutland Waste. They're traveling to Rowina. They're going to be dealing with a lot of sand issues, and who knows what they're going to see. Now, the group has one more episode, and after that episode in Rowina, they're going to be doing the crossover event. Now, the crossover event, those of you who are fighting in the tournament, are going to be fighting at the 3 p.m. slot, which is Apollyon and Liam. You're going to be fighting with the Debauchery Circus in the tournament. The rest of you, at 7 o'clock, you are going to be doing the heist event. And you're going to be finding out more about that when you reach Rowina, which we're going to be talking about that at the end of next session. So, those of you who are watching, thank you for watching. We very much appreciate you tuning in. The best way to support us, if you want to support us, you can follow us here on Twitch. You can subscribe to us. We very much appreciate that. And on YouTube, you can subscribe to us there. It definitely helps the algorithms if you like our episodes. We have a lot of episodes. We have basically damn near 100 episodes of these 2 campaigns. So please like and subscribe. And if you subscribe to us on Twitch, we very much love you for that. Stick around. Next Monday at 7 o'clock, the Faab Five gets to find out what they get to do in Rowina, what threads they get to face, and eventually they're going to be competing in a gladiator tournament and a heist, which will be fun. So, on behalf of everyone here in the Faab Five, I just want to say thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow us in all of our various functions. We love you very much. And we'll see you next week, next Monday at 7 o'clock. Good night, everybody.
All right, play my theme music.
Yeah, baby.